Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dire Roll Fire and Blade. I shouldn't say welcome back. You could be new. Welcome if you're new. For those of you who aren't, also welcome back. Great start. I'm really good at starting. As we see, we once again are joined by Johnny Vegas Plays playing Bogger. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of him yet.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for the host, though.
Again, I'm gonna undo the host.
Marty, you are not new. Shut up.
Hi, Marty.
So yeah, we've got hopefully an interesting session today. I don't quite know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Hopefully.
I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't want to sell it too much. What if it sucks? We have an adequate session planned for today. Is that better?
We have an average.
So hold on.
What D&D to promise you.
What I want to know is what was the level of session planned for last week? Because if that was adequate, you're in for for an amazing session this time, because it was an amazing session last time when all that was planned was adequate. Just saying.
Wait. Okay.
He's complimenting you.
Is he?
We've got too many layers of sarcasm coming.
That's too many. That was too deep.
The irony is in layers, but yeah, he was complimenting you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. So, speaking of last session, let's go ahead and I'm going to do a quick recap. If anyone dies, they got to roll a bard so that I can obligatory hand recaps over to them again.
Bro, next guest character. Hyperbole the Gnomish Bard.
How to derail a session, brought to you by Vegas. How to drop from call, brought to you by Vegas. He's back. All right. Last session, they met a mysterious hooded swordsman who they don't know his name yet. We went a whole session without ever introducing him.
Yep.
He is trying to bring Caddy Wampus back to the Recluse because storm kobolds are invading, and her uncle,
Balderdash.
Mr. Dash.
Balderdash told him to go get her. However, they have a laundry list of things they need to do before they can get over there. In less than 4 days, a frost giant longship will be arriving at the city of Stelholm. But today, they had to go find a dwarven alchemist named Befund, who has the only known text on the alignment, the mysterious event that seems to be drawing together many powerful enemies that have not only crossed paths with the party but killed many of their friends, minus Romulus. Beer.
I mean, we don't know that about Romulus. He could have killed our friends.
It's true. Undetermined. So, the unnamed man decided to join them in order to expedite getting Caddy to the Recluse. They fought many thugs, and they confronted one Sir Magders of the Order of Farah. And they killed him and took his book, which is a growing trend in this party. Kill a guy, take his spell book.
Take his book, yeah.
Yep, take his book.
I'm building a library.
If you know of a better way to get onto the reading rainbow, I would like to hear it.
Butterfly in the sky.
Just stack them up and climb up.
This is a very interesting episode of Between the Lions, yeah.
And the session ended with them finally finding Befund. Now, where they're at right now is a little bit... It would be a little dry to have them kind of make their way out. So I'm just going to go ahead and narrate how you guys get back to the inn. Upon finding Befund, you immediately take him and start making your way to the escape tunnel. It is clear now that a dozen more knights have filtered over the barricades and have started combing the area looking for Sir Magder's killer. Zuh. Yes, it is a pumpkin beer. Thank you everyone for derailing me. Stupid chat.
They weren't lanyard-wearing innocents. They
Oh,
were
yeah, I
lanyard-wearing-
forgot. Yeah, they're lanyard carrying racists. That many had died. Making your way through the narrow streets, you manage to avoid the knights and make your way to the tunnel. And so, where we're going to begin today's session is you're in the cellar, having closed the secret passage behind you. And Befund seems to finally take a moment to start breathing. It seems as though since you found him in his hidden apartment, he had been holding his breath.
That's rather impressive considering we've been walking for minutes.
Well, what you don't know about dwarves is...
Yeah, now in canon, dwarves can hold their breath for 5 minutes.
They can hold their breath for exactly one cutscene.
Alright, so it seems we have you away from all those lanyard wearers. Do you know anything about the alignment? It's kind of what we came here for, to get you for, so if you don't, this would be a really big waste of time.
The alignment. Oh, that's... And he kind of like looks at his book in disbelief. Like, I got it all right here.
Oswald's going to turn to Caddy and go,
That's convenient. Yeah, can we take that? Is that? I mean, we're gonna take that. Really, but
Well, you did save my life from lanyard wearers and knights. So here you go. But I can give you the cliff notes.
yeah, that's also good. I would appreciate both of those things happening. Thanks.
Well,
Who's Cliff?
you know I don't rightly know. Huh. Well, that's neither here nor there. The alignment is an important event. It's when all the elements align. Hence the name.
The name, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it allows for certain alchemical recipes to be completed that can only be done during the alignment, which is why we alchemists are aware of it, and why I, the head alchemist of the university, carry this book. Anyway, there's a lot of folklore around it. It happens every 500 years. And, according to, the astrologers, it should happen again this year. Unfortunately, no one in the last 500 years kept track of the exact date. But, supposedly, the old folk tale goes, there are 4 powerful magic users.
Yeah,
One with an
the
affinity.
elemental one.
Yes, for each of the 4 elements, that's right. And they meet at a specific spot, at the specific moment of the alignment. And at that moment, they shed their forms and become living embodiments of the element with mastery over the element in the natural world. There's an old legend that the last one that came about wiped out all of the elven settlements in the land. Supposedly, it's supposed to be some kind of restoration of balance of some such, bringing nature back into its full bloom or some such. It's all in the book. I don't remember that part. I was using the book to try to find out the exact date, but it eluded me. So, who needs a potion that helps you live longer anyway?
Wait. Both of these things are intriguing. Where in particular are they supposed to meet? Is that in the book?
I think it's somewhere in the Betterzob marshes.
Oh, familiar with those. Why would it be in the Bearzon marshes though?
I believe that the exact site is where 4 elements meet. You know, marshland's got bountiful water and land commingling, and of course, it's pretty easy to get air as long as you're not underground. So there must be some site in Betterzob that, has fire? I don't know. I have never been to the marshes myself.
Well, I assure you they have plenty of air.
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what he just said. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with the marshes. Do I recollect what kind of thing would constitute fire in any way from my living in the marshes, or do I just not know about it?
You recall a time when you were deep, far away from home, deep in the marshes, where you found a clearing, a muddy clearing, that had what you believed to be a bonfire, but no one was around.
Right. So it's just like an untended fire?
Yeah. I mean, it was clearly... to you, it appeared very obviously man-made. It was in the shape of, like, a tent-like bonfire.
Yeah. Like with purposeful construction of a fuel source kind of thing. Yep, well that's that. Y'all, we really need to head back to the Recluse, I guess. Just gonna
Yes, we do.
Yeah, well, of course you feel that way.
So, if we go to this place where they're going to meet, is there something we can do to stop them from taking on the elemental forms, or is this we got to let it play out, then stop them? It just...
Oh, I don't rightly know. It might be in the book, though.
You think? All right. You know what? I wonder. Did he hand over the book?
Yeah, he handed it over straight away.
Okay, cool. I'm a like be absolutely flipping through the pages. Like, I wonder if you kill one of the element guys, right? Does a new one pop up and take his place? Is it like, oh, now that guy's the element guy? And like, if this is supposed to set the world in balance, should we really be mucking about with the whole world order just because we don't like what it's doing?
Well, is it the New World Order, or is it... Because that you don't want to deal with that. You want to stop that.
No, this is very old world, actually, but good reference, I guess.
Allow us to consider this. We know 3 of the 4 keepers of the elements, and all of them are extremely powerful already. And 2 of the 3 that I know of are very, very evil.
Are you counting the dragon?
Yes.
No. Well, hold up. They weren't dragons. We went over this.
No. Different dragon.
Different thing.
Oh, okay.
So, the way I see it, if they take on these more powerful forms, then it's just gonna get worse.
Can I just
interject?
Just quick interjection. Can I see the book, please?
I hand him the book.
I know a thing or two about elemental stuff.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, I just in kind of counterpoint to the argument that the elemental boys are not only back in town, but they're here for evil. I love doing this to chicken. Anyway, if they're back in town and they're here to stay, I'm sorry, and they're here for evil, we only really can ascertain the morality of a couple of them, and I'm not necessarily certain that they'll maintain the same motivation. Like, right? They totally lose their physical form and embody the element of, that they've been, ascribed to, correct? So if they've lost their physical form and now embody the element, does that mean that could also imply that they do that mentally?
I guess the real question is, what exactly is the purpose of them becoming elementals? Like, he mentioned that during the alignment they can do alchemical stuff easier, but is that the only point of it? Just so
Well,
alchemists can do stuff?
again, according to the legend, the last time there was alignment, it wiped out all civilization within a large radius. So, assuming it happens again, I'd reckon they'd, go about devastating and leveling civilization.
Yeah, but also, isn't this whole process meant to return the world to its natural balance?
That's what it says. I suppose it kind of goes down to what you believe.
I'm just saying, I'm not necessarily fond of mucking about with the rules of nature, If the alignment occurs every 500 years because it has been designed so, whether or not there are beliefs or gods or whatever, we know it happens because we're watching it happen now. Then what are we to put an end to that natural order?
And Buffon looks around and he's like, I don't know. But I do think I should get back to the university. Enjoy the read. It's really apocalyptic and all that, so if there's anything else.
Utopian or dystopian?
Apocalyptic utopia?
Well, yeah, like the good settlements in Fallout, like the Brotherhood of Steel, they're pretty utopian.
Minus 50 DKP.
Oh.
More dots.
Negative inspiration.
Give me back your inspiration.
I don't have any.
While this discussion is going on, Bogger's going to be flipping through the book, seeing if he can make any sense of it, given his background.
All right, make your roll.
Arcana, I assume?
That'll do it.
Okay.
Remember to turn on expertise.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You actually, it's not frequent, but you spot the very runes you use on your sword.
Okay.
Specifically,
in what context?
When it's talking about the elements and the avatars thereof. The one that comes up the most is in the section about the Keeper of Water. The cult rune shows up all the time, and as that draws your eye, you start to skim it. And you. This is common knowledge to the party, but your character may not know. The Keeper of Water has pretty much in every recorded instance has always been a frost giant. And your character, as a Northman, would know that frost giants are one of the biggest threats to the Northman people. Yeah. They're a bit of a blight.
So, stopping this is going to be in Bogger's interest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stopping the apocalypse is in everyone's interest, really.
Well, I mean,
Apparently
fuck
not
the
Patty's.
entire apocalypse. Just, that's just a happy side effect of it. Okay.
Fair.
I will share what I have gleaned from it with the rest of the group.
What are you sharing with us? The Keeper of Water.
Well, it's okay. This part
Uh-huh.
with the water keeper.
Yeah.
This has a lot of references to some of the runic devices that
God dang it.
I am familiar with.
Uh-huh.
And essentially this is bad.
Why-
All of
why
this
is
is
it bad?
very
The Keeper of Water.
bad. It's bad.
We've known this was bad.
No, like this is like I'm helping put a point to your. Well, I'm not sure if the balance could be good. So, but even though we know they're bad, but they might become good and or neutral and or not really giving a shit about mortal morality when they change. It doesn't matter. This is bad. All of this, bad. It needs to be stopped.
It, it, but all right, look, now stay with me here. You think it's bad because you value civilization.
And being alive, yes, all of us do.
That's the primary concern here. Civilization can go fornicate with itself for all I care. Living through this particular foretold cataclysmic event,
all right, so
top of priority list.
Your priority is to survive the cataclysm. So your plan of action is currently, no, stop me if I'm wrong, is to run straight at it.
No, not to run straight at the cataclysm, to run straight at the event causing the cataclysm and putting an end to the event and those parties responsible for it before it can happen. Thereby...
I mean, how many days do we got till that's supposed to happen?
Precisely. So I realize
that's not when the alignment's going to happen. That's when the frost is showing up in 3 days.
The frost giants are going to...
4 days.
Yeah, hit us up in 4 days and, knock on our door, and I'm gonna assume that that's also something you would consider bad, very bad. Your solution to the cataclysmic events and the parties involved is to run after them instead of like, oh, I want to survive this, better hide out in a hole somewhere. I don't know.
So, yes, but no. But the solution is to run at it, because if the parties involved are suddenly missing parts of their body from the neck up, then they can't do what they need to do to start this thing.
That's why I asked if in the book it said anything about the elemental lords or whatever being replaced upon their demise.
They had a good question, Jacob.
About the demise of the elder lords.
No, if
the keepers
mentality. Yeah, if they stay evil or if they become just pure forces of nature.
Oh, I meant like I asked whenever we first started talking, like if you kill one of the elemental keepers, is there then just another keeper?
Right.
All right, you start flipping through the book, Bogger, and still in the section on the Keeper of Water, you see a perfect illustration of the ocean serpent, which is a quasi-deity figure in your religion. Mm-hmm. In your religion, in the religion of the Northmen, the ocean serpent is this like larger-than-life serpent that when it moved through the land, it carved the oceans with its body. And when it died, it bled water, which filled the sea. And you stop and you start reading, kind of absentmindedly, because obviously, as a rune guard, you are quite interested in this. And it appears that the Keeper of Water will turn into the aspect of the ocean serpent.
If the alignment is allowed to happen.
Right. Do you want to continue looking for what Caddy asked you to?
I mean, sure. Yeah, that's probably a good question, especially now considering the fact that if we kill this guy and then someone else shows up and turns into an enormous fucking ocean snake, we're going to have issues.
Right. So, you get to the section talking about keepers, and it says that keepers are volunteers who train from the moment they're chosen, or the moment they accept the responsibility. And if one of them dies, they usually have a second on hand. However, it appears that if a keeper dies at the time, like at the time of the alignment, just about anyone who has the ability to use magic can take their place. However, the book warns that if you're not properly prepared for the transformation, it could screw everything up, basically.
So, upon further inspection here, they're not automatically replaced. They normally have someone that's been training to replace them. But if they are relieved of their
Duty.
soul at the time of the transformation, they can be replaced in that moment by anyone capable of using magic. So, cherry pick good people to do it. That's why I said bring everyone.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we've gonna be kind of hard to find some good people who are also magic users.
Well, there's 2 right here.
Shots fired.
Well, look, we're still not certain they're good people exactly.
Hey, they were there murdering, card-carrying racists with
Lanyard.
us.
All right. They're
They're
lanyard-wearing racists.
Yeah,
but you know what? You got a point there.
The card counting racists are one county over.
We gotta. I'm just a little cautious about Romulus and his familial ties. You don't just get over murdering everyone you love, Romulus. It's gonna take some time. All right.
Allow me to continue my thought. I don't think it would be safe for any of us to take the place of one of these.
No, perfectly safe. Normal. This is an okay thing.
But if we are to do so, I suppose it would be best for me to take the place of my chief. But
Right. The Earth Keeper, clearly.
no, well, actually, he's the fire one. But
you're adorable. You're almost as pretty as the elf.
It's a good thing you're cute.
well, I'm saying it's just that. Tell me, why, for any reason but the intervention of chance or fate or God or whatever you may believe, we find out that my chieftain is the keeper of fire, and then into my hands falls this crown which teaches me magic. The first magic I learn is fire. And then this book, and he pulls out the book that we found last week. This book that you say has inherent fire powers falls into our hands. Perchance it's fate that someone replace it. Perchance it's chance that I obtain these items, and perhaps it is my responsibility to prevent an evil being from becoming more powerful.
See? He gets it.
All that to say, we do have to handle the kobold situation, I suppose.
That's also true.
And the Bearzod marshes are kind of on the way.
Well, ilwDY did say that he doesn't know where that longship is going to be landing, because it's still that iceberg out in the middle of the bay. So if we decide to go to the Recluse, then we probably won't be able to fight the longship. So do we want to risk that?
That's a good point. Yeah. If we go to the Recluse, we're running the risk of not being present when that ship lands.
Then perhaps we go to the ship?
But then we aren't at the Recluse. I don't know how to make that
I'm-
clearer.
Well, hang on.
I'm sure.
Captain
I'm sure
Frost-
Mr. Dash can handle the kobolds for a few days without you.
Excuse me, sir. You're the one who was all. This is an emergency. You have to come immediately. Let's
Yeah,
handle this
this
racist
is-
situation so that we can go ahead and go handle the.
And that was before frost giants turning into the ocean serpent.
No, that has always. That was not before that. We've known about that for a while.
Correct, but I didn't. Now I do.
We did.
Well, we didn't know it was the ocean serpent, but we knew that the keeper water was a frost giant.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. I missed something.
But the frost giant also has to go to the Bearzod Marshes over by the Recluse to even turn into the ocean serpent.
Right, but what about, like,
So we might as well go.
what about the villages and, cities or whatnot that the ice giants come to and, they smash?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to help as many people. What about the cities and my family members and loved ones who are currently fighting things right now?
We could. Okay, I'm sorry for forgetting. The people that told us about the frost, that was in Stelholm, right?
Yeah.
Thought that was in Hillby. Or no, not Hillby.
Yeah, Stelholm's where the port is.
Yeah, but we learned that from the Green College or whatever.
Did you?
Was that the one in Stelholm?
Oh no, it was still Home College. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we take off from the port in Stelholm whenever the frost giant ships approach into that bay area of water, and we cut them off at the pass. Take care of them on our way to the Recluse. Crossing through the water would be faster to get there, and we could try to take out the threat before it becomes a threat to those on land.
Do you have an idea to take on an iceberg?
Melt it
Okay.
and burn the ship. That's all
Okay.
I've got so far. I was busy calculating trajectories on the map and such, and
Now, I might just be, a simple man, but I kind of think that maybe an iceberg is kind of bigger than what we can deal with our magics.
Yeah, I also would like to point out that the frost giant army is probably bigger than what we can deal with our magics.
Now, I may be just a small-time wizard, but I feel that we will not succeed in this.
Did you?
Foghorn Magehorn?
Mm-hmm.
then even so, perhaps crossing the water would be the fastest way, so that we can.
I mean, I like the
Cut
idea
travel
of crossing
times.
the water to the Recluse anyway. I'm pro that. And I feel like if the
Well, I mean, honestly, if you're heading to the Bearzod Marshes, crossing the water puts you in the Recluse first.
exactly,
Deal with that. Move on to the marshes.
that's my point. I've been trying to get us there. Let's.
That still leaves the frost giants.
They're
You'll
headed
meet up with
to
the frost giants at the marshes anyway.
Yeah, they're headed to the marshes.
And if this all, it seems correct, but if all this is accurate, and with my experience with frost giants, it's likely that they'll cause minimal damage on their way there they're going to want to be there as quickly as possible to deal with this alignment.
Yeah, they do have kind of a deadline. Oh man, that's an unfortunate word for this particular instance.
Does it say in the book when this alignment's supposed to take place?
No.
Okay, so this deadline, as unfortunate of a word it is, could be weeks from now, so that would give them plenty of time.
Yes.
I'm gonna trust the Northman on his experience of frost giants.
But knowing frost giants, and I appreciate that, Ms. Wampus.
Vegas, go ahead and make a history check.
I was just gonna spout it out of my butt.
Yeah.
My name is Catty Wampus. People sometimes call me Catty. I don't understand why, because my name's already shortened. But not Miss Wampus. You don't know. You were spouting out of your butt.
You got a 2.
Yeah. So my experience with frost giants tells me that they're going to do a thing, and then once they have completed that thing, they're going to move directly on to deal with their next priority, which is the other thing.
Right. Story checks out. Right.
So far, you track.
Jacob, how many people are in Stelholm?
A lot.
A lot.
I can get
Like
you the
tens
exact
of
numbers.
thousands?
Yeah. Stelholm has 11,000 people, give or take.
Okay, what about Hilby? Just off the cuff. Like,
Hilby.
Couple thousand?
Yeah, a little over 2,000.
All right, and just a question: how many people live in this town or whatnot that Mr. and Mrs. Dash live in?
Well, that Balder Dash is not a familial name, y'all. You keep having
Wait. So, like, his Boulder Dash is his first name.
Balder Dash is one word. Gnomes have many names, lots and lots of names.
Okay, so what's his last name?
Dash Balder.
His name. He's an older man. Y'all gotta understand. He's probably got 14 names. What is the?
Okay, so if I was to send him money, say in a check, what would I put as the name?
You would probably use the name he gives big folk who don't understand our naming conventions. So you would probably Balder Dash.
All right, okay. So as a big folk that doesn't understand your naming procedures, Mr. Dash it is. So
you have to say the whole thing.
how many people roughly are in your town, his town, whose town it is?
Caddy, the Recluse is filled with villages of no more than 400 people.
Yeah, 300, 400 folks.
Okay.
Max. Like, that's a big old town. That's if we're all getting together down in that village.
Okay,
over
you said Max. Carry on. I thought you
Yeah.
said something else, and I was concerned. Carry on.
Yeah.
So these ice giants, when they land, if they land in Stelholm, they could potentially kill, say, 10,000 people. Just give or take.
That's if they land in Stelholm.
Okay, let's say they land in Hilby. That's a couple thousands, maybe 2, maybe 3, whatever. Who's counting?
Why wouldn't they go like straight for White Bluff?
Yeah, Bogger, why'd you get a 2?
Well, I may not be an ice giant, but I know that when I'm on a boat, one of the first things I want to do when I get off the boat is, for a long time, is do stuff that I like. And I imagine as scary ice giants, they like pillaging and smashing.
No, my point is they're on a boat, and then there's a river up to White Bluff that leads right to the Bearshaw Marshes. Why do they gotta cross the long way through?
Is the river big enough for an iceberg?
I mean, is Stelholm big enough for an iceberg? I'm sure they have some form of smaller river traveling contraption. We've used them.
Well, yes, but they're in the middle of an iceberg. In order to get out of the iceberg, they would have to somehow break it. So I'm assuming that's going to happen when they land.
Yeah, so they can kind of, there's land everywhere. I just don't understand why they would land in Stelholm. We're assuming that they're gonna go land somewhere else entirely and then take the long scenic route over to the marshes.
If they're frozen, do they have a choice in where they're landing?
So many questions.
If they're still
Um,
frozen, then do they have a choice on whether or not they pillage? Like, are they even?
Well, if they land, then the iceberg will break, and then they will be freed to do what they wish.
I'm gonna assume that they're driving. I'm gonna assume they're not unwillingly trapped inside of an iceberg, y'all. Like,
Probably a fair assumption.
You know what? On second thought, I changed my mind. Let's go to the Recluse.
Let's go somewhere.
I like the way this guy thinks. Let's go.
yes, thank you. I've been trying to say that.
By now it's late afternoon. Do you guys want to rest the night, or do you want to head out immediately?
I'm fond of heading out immediately.
Yeah.
Are we planning on taking a boat, or was that the plan? Okay.
Can we?
Yeah. If we can find a boat that is going to set sail for the Recluse,
Oh,
then hell yeah.
we gotta make it to.
Point of order. Jakin,
That's me.
how exactly did Bogger get here?
He walked. That's why it took him 2 weeks.
He walked
okay.
a lot.
Okay. Just curious.
And he was like, "Oh, could have taken a boat, huh?"
Well, Bogger's
He's
not
not
a
really
man of
good.
coin.
He's not really a port that, yeah,
Yeah.
consistently is shipping
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
at the Recluse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So do you guys want to head out immediately, or spend the night in Zenarov?
I vote head out immediately.
I say we can rest in Stelholm if need be.
Well, if you press on through the night, probably around midnight you'll arrive at Kingswater. Actually, you'll probably arrive at Kingswater not at midnight, but after nightfall.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do that and then find a lodging in Kingswater?
Yeah.
Do we know if they will let us in after night? Because I think I remember last time there was an issue about letting people in after night.
I don't think Kingswater has... Kingswater, the two huge inns, they're like 24-hour type of joints.
Okay.
They have a lot of
Cool.
traffic going in and out of from Stelholm to Zenarov constantly. So I'd imagine to maximize their profits. However, it may be hard to find an adequate room. Alright. So, you guys travel through the afternoon into evening, and an hour or two after the sun is set, you arrive at the rather dour town of Kingswater.
Well, we will head to the closest inn.
The cheapest
And-
one.
Well, you want to look for like a because there's two like huge inns in Kingswater. You might be able to find a smaller one, but it'll be really, really drab.
Well, we're not looking for luxury. We're looking for a night's rest.
I mean, if we can get both, that would be appreciated.
Well, there's a rather large inn called the Royal Stay that most people coming from Zenarov try to stay at, and it is like large. It's several buildings, so it's almost like a motel, basically.
Okay.
Well, that's where we're heading.
Yeah, not Becky.
All right, you guys walk into the royal stay, into the main building. The dining room area is filled at to about half capacity of rather sleepy-looking merchants and travelers who are grabbing a quick bite to eat. There's about a dozen or so staff working the floor, and this area where the bar is and all that, it's about the size of a ballroom. It's this rather large facility with a wooden candle chandelier dangling at the center. You guys make your way over to the there's a bar off to the left side, and then at the back wall there's basically reception. You guys make your way there, and a rather fancy looking half elf stands to attention as you approach. He's like, "Welcome to the royal stay. You're looking for a room."
Well, we're actually looking for 4 of them, if you have them.
Oh my, 4 rooms. Well, unfortunately, we're rather filled tonight. Perhaps I can get you 2 double rooms?
Yes.
Sure.
There is a fee for the hour, since it is rather late. Each room will be 4 gold for the night.
Well, guess we'll be taking our business elsewhere. Have yourself a good night. And he's just going to turn around and walk away.
Okay.
Oswald, I'll pay for your room.
Are there any bits of manual labor that could be done around the place to help bring that price down?
Oh, we are well staffed, sir.
Yeah, wait. Is this the only place open? Or can we go elsewhere?
Oh, we can go elsewhere. Oh, sorry. Oh, we can go elsewhere.
Then, yeah.
How about 3 gold per room?
Is this
Again,
going to be the most amazing sleep of our lives? Like, I don't want...
The royal stay is one of the finest establishments in the whole of Emiria.
Yeah, you can say that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
As part
And
of
also
a
the
tea,
fact-
we'll have hot baths and morning meal.
Well, it does cover morning.
And we also provide launder
Complimentary.
services.
Such
Complimentary
as-
continental breakfast, y'all.
Well, if you have any clothes you wish to be laundered.
All right, well,
Stay longer.
Well, my fez sure could use a war.
Romulus, pay the man. And he's just going to...
I can foot the bill this one time, y'all. I just want to be done with what's
I
happening.
pay 3 gold for me
So,
and
okay,
Oswald.
so Romulus, as you're fiddling through your coin purse, the half elf kind of looks at you with this kind of perplexed, slightly
Oh, no.
disgusted look. He's like,
Wait,
for you,
he-
there's an additional security deposit of 1/2 gold, 5 silver.
Time out, sir. Hold on. Where's your lanyard?
Well, yes,
Have a
where's your
lanyard.
lanyard?
Where's
I do have a card, however.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see the mandate that states that this is true. Where in your code of rules here and the establishment is there a need for there to be a safety deposit? Please explain to me the legality of discriminating against a racial feature.
Well, you're an orc.
He's getting a little hot-headed.
He just kind of says, "You're an orc," as if that's the end of the matter.
That means nothing. I am
you know what?
a
Let's
paying
take our
customer.
business elsewhere.
No, I was looking forward to a bath.
You know what?
If
The bath would have washed
if
your
there's
body.
no property
but you
damage
probably
or
won't
violence,
your
we will
conscience.
return your deposit upon your leaving us in the morning.
And how much is the safety deposit on top of the rent?
Just 5
5
silver.
Quick question. You said if there's no damage or violence. If someone other than the orc commits an act of violence, do we still...
Then they'll assume it was me, but it's 5 silver, so I don't mind.
Casual racism is okay as long as it's cheap. Noted.
This is not casual racism. This is
institutional,
He
pretty much.
slams down the 3 gold, 5 silver, and marches off to his room. That's
All right, your keys.
I'll toss
And he puts 2
gold
keys
out.
in the door. Someone will show you to your rooms. And a man in a uniform, a very young man, probably in his teens, comes up and he's like, "This way."
Boy.
Oh
Boy.
no.
Yes, sir.
You got anything against orcs?
I mean,
Romulus looks at him with puppy dog eyes.
There is a correct and incorrect answer to this question. You got anything against orcs?
I've never met an orc. I haven't heard
Well,
good
now you
things.
have. And Romulus holds out his hand. Well, now you have.
Oh, okay. He shakes his hand really timidly. I've never seen an orc, I've never heard of an orc. Well, anyway, this way.
You hear that, guys? He's never heard of me. He can't be racist if he hasn't heard of me.
That's how
Good
that
thing.
works.
It's a good thing he answered that way. Otherwise, I was going to ask him if he wanted to see a dead body.
Want to see a hole in the backyard?
Yeah, full circle.
Callbacks. Not that anyone in the audience knows what we're callbacking to, because that happened before air.
Yeah.
Inside jokes. That's how you get this. That's how you get the audience.
That's how you make people feel like they're part of a friend group, but like.
But they
only-
never get invited.
Yeah, only a friend just so like nobody actually cares if you're around, and then you show up and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's you," and you sometimes bring drinks to the party, but it's ginger ale, so no one drinks it.
Hey, I like ginger ale.
I love ginger ale.
This sounds disturbingly like personal experience.
The more specific, the more universal.
That tracks.
Everyone in the audience, make sure you're taking notes on this. This is wisdom right here.
All right, so this is probably the best inn you guys have ever stayed at, and when I say probably, I mean this is the best inn you've ever stayed at.
Other than the racism, yeah.
Well, he's an orc. Come on now.
Oh, it's in my notes now. The royal stay is racist.
But they've got excellent beds. They put little mints on the pillows.
You're right. They're excellent racists.
Yeah. Well, they're comfy racists is really what it's about.
Yeah. But the lanyards make a difference.
It's weight distribution. Anyway, it's a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's a great night's sleep. And
I would like to say that before Oswald goes to sleep, he's going to spend 6 hours copying a new spell into his spell book.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bathing.
6 hours.
That's going to come in the morning.
So
Can you
you're
do
not gonna get a
both
lot
at
of
the same
sleep,
time?
is what I'm hearing. Are you copying it in the bath?
Copying it in his sleep.
Yeah, Oswald's going to skip sleep.
Oh,
Okay. Go ahead and make a Constitution
Con
save.
check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oof.
That's one thing I'm great at. No, I'm not.
Actually, you succeeded because it's only your first night. So you got an 11. So you wake up, and even though you really are quite tired, it's not going to impair you in any impactful way. Basically, you're a parent.
I'd like to say that Romulus spends an hour fiddling with his new chained locked book
Sure.
and just inspecting it, the magic of it. Mostly trying to see if he can attune to it, see if he can take it now that
Yeah,
its
you're
previous
attuned to
owner is
it.
dead.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So the next morning, you guys are gonna head off to Stelholm.
Bright and early after breakfast, though. Which is annoying because the kitchen doesn't open till like 6, so you have to wait around.
Right.
And then to put the bagels out, yeah.
Alright. Assuming you wake up bright and early, you will arrive at Stelholm in the evening.
I just want to say before we leave, Oswald, when we're eating breakfast, comes down and goes, Romulus, I believe you dropped this. And he's going to slide over the page that he stole from him days ago of his Dispel Magic.
Well, hang on. When did you... And he pulls out his old, sheets and just... When did you take that?
I didn't. I found it on the ground in our room. You know, we spent the night in the same room together, right?
No, hang on. I've been missing Dispel Magic for a while.
No, you haven't, because there's been a forgery.
I forgot about that. Dang it. He pulls out the dummy copy. No, I've got it right here. You can keep that one. It's fine. It's not mine.
Well, I don't need it. You just have them both. You know, thanks for paying for the room.
All right, thanks.
And now, Ramos is questioning his sanity because he he doesn't know why he wrote down Dispel Magic twice.
Just to practice.
It's the exact same handwriting. He's just like, what?
It's like, maybe I was trying to memorize it. Like,
try and get it to cantrip level.
that's how that works.
Yeah, you double up.
You just study it long enough.
If you stare at something long enough, there's
Alright.
no cost in doing it.
As you guys arrive in Stelholm from the direction from the eastern entrance, which is all very formal and stalwart, you Oswald, you feel you feel something in your satchel kind of giving this very faint vibration.
He's gonna reach into his satchel and pull it out and be like,
It's the sending stone that Lady Vetla gave you. And as soon as you grasp it, you hear a voice you don't recognize, but it speaks directly into your mind, and it says, Oswald, we have your first target. There is a green-clad mage by the name of Kalari. And that's the end of the message.
okay. So guys, just a random question. Remember Kalari?
Yeah. The one in the green.
Yeah. Let's just say I just heard that she's been killing children and she needs to be stopped. So you want to go stop her?
I thought we were in a hurry. Y'all were all like, oh, we need to stop this iceberg. The end of the world is high. And now it's like, you know what? Let's get distracted again.
Wizards are killing children.
I mean,
I've never been in a hurry myself. I've just been, playing devil's advocate.
Good night, Marty.
good night, Marty.
But killing children, and she's apparently really evil, and we just gave her a book. She was giving us attitude at that ball anyway, so.
Where is she?
Good question. I don't know that. I'm assuming the same place.
You know what? We can just keep our eyes out while we walk.
Yeah, I really need to do something about it. One of the children killed was my nephew, and
Wow, could have started with that one.
well, I didn't want to make it seem personal because I want to keep myself removed from it. and I know we're already doing something for your family, and I didn't want to intrude with my family's stuff, you know.
Well, Bogger's just gonna straight like interrupt the entire interaction, walk over, clasp him by the shoulders, and bringing him in for a big like man bear hug with the pat, and be like,
Yeah,
okay.
the double pat that's man code for I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, and just shake his head sadly, and then let him go and let it continue.
I appreciate that. That really, really touched my soul. But if we could just focus on maybe
Oswald.
killing
Performance check.
performance. All right.
Is this a deception?
No, this is performance.
He's being performative.
He's feigning grief. That's performance.
Let's
16. Does anyone have a better passive insight? I don't think so.
I don't think I do.
Even if I do, can I intentionally fail it? Because
Sure.
that's a sob story. I don't have it, but
Okay. All right.
I mean,
well,
he's no.
since none of them suspect you, Oswald,
Parts
they're
of
all
insight.
buying that
I don't know.
your nephew was murdered by Kalari.
Yeah, let's.
Oswald, why would she do that? Is your nephew like a pickpocket, a thief, a bank robber?
Wow.
Damn.
Okay, first, wow. You know
Well,
what?
I'm
It's
just
not
saying,
the way
like,
to behave.
Oswald is not the nicest man.
Yeah, but
Okay,
this is
just-
how you behave with someone who's grieving. Do you think the child deserves to die?
Well, I'm just, like...
Are you arguing there's a case
he-
in the world where a child deserves to be murdered by a
was he asking for it?
I mean,
Well-
if a child kills another man, I mean...
I didn't ask what he was wearing, so I don't know if he was asking for it. But he is a little bit of a scamp.
But
I mean-
not like a murderable scamp, but like a... Just a...
like a
Slap
charming
on the
scamp,
wrist.
like Oliver Twist style, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know Oliver Twist, but Dennis, my cousin, was a little bit of a menace,
I knew
and
that was coming.
we just like to shoot people with his slingshot, like a adorable way. Just
Shooting people is always adorable.
Well, yeah, shooting people... Hang on, you're making it sound like he might have deserved it.
Okay, this is not the way you treat someone whose nephew's just been murdered. I for one, am fond of familial revenge, a la weaponry. So I'm pro chasing down the woman in green. If we can just do that promptly, you don't have to murder her quickly, but let's find her at least.
Yeah, we should stop her from killing people, but I have a feeling she couldn't just be killing people for no reason.
just people crazy. Did you see the way she treated you? He's gonna point to Romulus. Wasn't nice, was she? So must be
No,
like
but-
even evil.
She was nicer than most. I mean, she didn't charge me 5 silver to talk to her.
I'm just going to harken back to Zenarov here and ask a question that I asked there. Is doing this going to make it so that we can get back to the Recluse quicker afterwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Is not doing this going to get us to the Recluse even faster? Yes.
Yes.
But
Am I going to have to deal with a whiny little elf the entire time if we don't do this?
yeah, that's true. Looks like we're doing this. What's our leads, elf boy?
Well, my fair gnome. Thinking maybe we go to the inn that we first found her
Well,
at.
she dropped, so...
Wow. Cool. She can call me elf, but if I call her a gnome, she just leaves.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So rude.
But I
Hashtag
figure
no triggered.
hashtag gnome Chomsky. I figure we go to the Bywater Inn and start there, and maybe we'll meet our giant friend. That's where we also met him.
Didn't you all send him
that
back to
wasn't-
the castle?
Oh, that's right, we did. Damn it. And that's right. We did think he does say, as if having heard his own inner monologue tell him that
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
he's talking to himself.
Makes sense to me.
But yeah, this chick by water in. If she's not there, then we'll just keep going, and my nephew's murder will not be avenged. All right, and off we go. And he's just gonna start walking.
See, that's exactly why we're doing this, because you were right. He would definitely whine the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll follow after.
Okay. So you guys are going to go hunt down Kalari.
Yeah.
Apparently. No idea who Kalari is.
Gonna
But if
kill
she's-
calamari.
But if she's murdering children, then she has to die.
Okay.
Without any further investigation or
Yep.
questions or
She's probably wearing a lanyard.
there you go.
Let's be real.
Well, I mean, at least a card, as this is the next town over.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nah, up in Stelholm, they're real discreet. They don't carry anything.
What? That's insane.
Then how are you supposed to tell the racists from the not racists?
How do you know who to kill?
It's a real conundrum.
Anyway,
Jacob, I just want you. I want you to appreciate the fact that I completely stopped myself from going on a political joke fest right there.
I appreciate it.
I'll tell you later. It's going to be amazing, but we're not going to talk about it now.
I mean,
anyway. Where are we
mentioning it
headed?
is almost as bad. Exactly. Where are you headed?
By water in.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head to Bywater Inn.
And look up.
And she's not there? And sitting at the bar, just waiting for us? Unsuspecting?
She might be, in fact.
Wearing headphones to
So-
keep us... so she doesn't notice my approach.
Is the Bywater Inn right? Are you sure it's not the... I mean, no, you're right. Bywater Inn, that's the one.
Because it's by water.
Alright, so you guys enter the inn. It is, there's not a lot of people present. However, there is a wizardess sitting in the corner, having just finished, her evening meal.
Murdering a child.
Yeah, and she's reading
she's-
over a book.
She's just laying in front of her.
She's got one leg over the other, and she's pensively reading her book, with just this air of annoyed kind of radiating off of her, as she always does.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna lure her outside, and then we'll dispatch of her real quick.
All right.
Well,
It sounds
perhaps
a lot like what got us into this mess in the first place with the
I-
wizards killing wizards thing.
Perhaps we should talk to her first. Yes. Who did you get this information from that she was killing your cousin?
Well, you may have seen me receive that message on the stone, and it was from my aunt, and she told me that her daughter, my cousin, you can already see he's starting to lose himself. It doesn't matter who I learned it from.
All right.
It's just
Oswald, make a deception check.
And active insight since I was asking questions?
Sure. Let's do an opposed.
You know what?
Awesome.
just for how bad that was. I'm gonna do that.
Good lord, man. No,
Yeah.
you rolled 6. I'm using my foretelling roll.
Oh, you're using foretelling? I think you
Yep.
should do that. Declare that before the fact.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dang it.
And even if he rolled a 6, he's got a +9.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a
Jeez.
15. All right, Romulus, you're duped.
Well, alright, I guess she's killing kids because your aunt said so. Even though that's not how the sending stone works. But alright.
Okay, so should we like get it into an alley, or is my
I
first
don't know
time?
if you're planning your murder. Why don't you go confront her and try and see if she makes the first move, and then we'll be like, we're defending ourselves.
All right, I can do that. I can do that. And he's going to walk on over and sit next to Kalari.
Okay. There's a long moment before she, with really obvious, like, closes her book and lays it down on the table. She's like, I thought our business was done.
Yeah, well, you thought you could get away with it, didn't you?
I'm sorry?
Don't bother with this cat and mouse game. I know the truth about you.
I see. And?
I heard what you did, and you think you can get away with it?
Are you with the convention?
Maybe I am.
Oh, well, if you were... Hey, Sailor Jim Scott. If you were, she says, and then she looks at you with a look you recognize. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh no!
Nice. Let's shoot some people. It's the only thing I'm good at. How do I do it if I don't got a token?
Yeah, I don't have a token.
You might have to just do it manually. Just with your bonus, do a /RD20 plus. Nailed it. Well, she rolled quite well.
Romulus is still trying to figure out how the whole sending stone situation works. Ah!
I win.
Caddy, just waiting on you.
Yeah, but it's not working for me. /RD20.
/R space D20?
Or on the left-hand side, on the little drop-down thing, the polyhedral also brings up a dice roller.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
okay.
Kalari is now probably correctly assuming you're a member of the Thaumaturgical Convention. So as soon as she says, well, in that case, she kicks the table and pushes you back. And as you both come to stand, she reaches forward and she utters a phrase in Sylvan, and lightning crackles into her hand, and she casts lightning bolt right at you.
Why? Why does everyone like lightning bolting me?
What's the Sylvan phrase?
It's probably, by the power of storm. Then she puts a sword.
It compels me?
Yes, the power of storm compels you to get wrecked.
So I'm assuming I need to make a dexterity save.
That is accurate.
Real quick, Jakin,
That's me.
Monkey Drake said that someone set off the fire alarm in
his dorm?
Discord. Yeah, so that's why he's not on camera. He said it in Discord, so that's why I was letting you know.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well that is a success. So you take half damage.
It's probably still going to be enough to drop me, but whatever.
We'll find out. 15 lightning damage.
Oh,
Goodness
okay.
gracious.
Still standing.
And Oswald, it's your turn.
Now just like smoking.
Sorry.
And he just kind of takes a second. He's like, why did they always shoot lightning at me? I'm really starting to hate that. And he's going to look around just quickly behind him, because that's a 30-foot line.
Yeah. So, she knocked over tables, fried a patron, and just blasted a hole in the back of the Bywater Inn.
It's always lightning bolt, man.
She's a halfling, right?
No, she's a human.
I swear I had it down as a halfling. Oh, knows the halfling. Sorry, yeah. Well, that really hurt, I'm not gonna lie, but I suggest that you come quietly. And hopefully this will work. You need to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Or she does.
Yeah, DC 14. Okay. She has a +1 wisdom. No, I'm sorry. She's proficient, so she has +4 wisdom. So a 10 up will meet it. She closes her mouth and puts her arm down. And she comes quietly.
Excellent.
Alright, I guess that's combat.
All right.
Okay.
I was looking forward to shooting something, but we can end it quickly.
All the XPs.
Where are you taking her?
Well, I figure, we should take her somewhere where innocents can't get hurt. And then he coughs out some blood.
Yeah, but where?
I haven't figured that out yet. He seems very for the first time, Oswald seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he's just kind of flying by the seat of his pants.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, just come this way and we'll just go outside. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. So the 5 of you go outside. So you told her to come quietly, and you said, "Come this way, come outside." So the moment she steps outside, the spell ends. So everyone roll initiative again.
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 Oh, I didn't mean to press that.
That's not how it goes.
I know.
I'm not gonna. I guess I'll just put Romulus in, but we'll just give him. Oh, Oswald, that's a really good roll.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3, so it's a 20 for me.
20 for Caddy. Oswald got a 22. Bogger got a 12. Romulus is considered a 0 until he sits down. And Kalari got an 11. So, yeah, so combat restarted, but she lost initiative rather hard. So, not a bad play.
Oswald, once outside, Oswald realizes, oh, crap. That's gonna just complete the spell that I just used on her.
Yeah,
should have worded it better.
You turned her around and she's like, coming to.
Okay, in that case...
Judo chop.
Yeah. He is going to quickly... She's, right behind us, right? There's no way I could cast a fireball to only hit her.
Well, yes, but you would light Bywater in a blaze.
Okay, trying to avoid that. So, with that in mind, he is just going to bring up his hands, go pew, 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 and I'm going to fire off a 3rd level magic missile.
Alright.
Uh-huh. Even though... So that's for the...
First level, yep.
Yeah, first 3 bolts, and then... Well,
Why did it say 0 successes?
because I had equals, not plus.
Oh.
And if I had to roll 2s to be a success. So that is 20 points of force damage.
Alright, she is wounded from just being riddled with magical blasts. As the magical energy kind of breaks off of her like glass, you can see blood starting to trickle down from the holes in her outfit left by the magical spell. She's wounded and not looking great.
And if possible, I would like to run behind Boger. Or the man that I don't know the name of.
Right, I'd reckon you're next to her, but she doesn't have a weapon. At least not readied until her turn.
Yeah, I'll
Judo
still...
chop.
Yeah, I'll still. Even
Alright,
she had a weapon.
She doesn't. She doesn't trigger her opportunity attack because she's not going to try to punch you. She wouldn't be in that mindset. All right, Caddy, you're up.
All right. How close am I to her?
You guys are pretty much like you're pretty much all in melee. You all walked out of the building together.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
But I've already said she's not doing opportunity attacks. So if you want to step back and fire an arrow, you can.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just gonna have I'm gonna sick a skew on her because that's always fun. I don't necessarily feel like this is a high danger situation, so at least not yet. So we can roll Tusk.
So getting blasted by lightning bolts is in high danger. Good
Not
to
for
know.
me.
Okay, she is very badly wounded after getting tusked.
And Tusk number 2, because I can have 2 attacks.
12 is a hit.
There we go.
Are you tusking to kill?
Are we tusking to kill? I assume so. She just blasted
Alright.
Oswald pretty bad.
Askew runs her through. She's dead.
All right, I'm gonna give him some really good like belly scratches and tell everyone like, all right, that's handled, right? That counts as handled. We've handled that, right?
As Oswald is already picking through her corpse. Yep, nope, we did good. My nephew's been avenged. We're good. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel better? Do you feel cathartic? Do you want to talk about it?
I thought it was your nephew.
That's what I just said.
Okay. There's some talk of cousin and aunt and.
Well, yeah, he heard from his aunt, who mentioned that she heard it from his cousin, and that is also why I made
Oh.
and that was also why I made the deception at disadvantage because it was such a terrible lie.
Noted.
But yeah, we can just continue on now after I just do a rudimentary search here, just in case she maybe has like a memoir, in case she has more victims. Oh,
Good idea.
Yep.
Approach the local authorities with that evidence so that they can make restitutions. Yes.
Yep.
I approve.
Hi, Fenton. So, real quick, does anyone think that Romulus's dorm is on fire?
It is starting to be a growing concern.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Fire alarm like drills in a dorm building take forever.
Oh, good.
He was like, "I'll be right back," and I was like, "No, you won't."
No, you won't.
Because the fire department does actually have to come and then check the building and ensure that there isn't a fire and then let people back in.
So he may be gone the whole night.
He will probably be gone at least until break.
Okay. We will carry on without him.
We're gonna carry on.
Fenton,
yes.
I think,
You're welcome.
yeah. I mean, I don't know where to go from there.
What does she have on her? As Oswald is already
Oh, right. She does have a spell book.
Ah, keeping up the trend, I see.
It's almost like wizards carry spell books. Who knew?
I meant the killing people and taking their books.
Right. Yes.
That trend, yeah.
That's one of our themes.
This party is going to be very disappointed when they kill a barbarian and he doesn't have a book for them to steal.
Or will they be pleasantly surprised when he does have a book?
You're assuming
There
a lot
you go.
about barbarians. They can still be fans of literature, even if it's like pulpy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to go meta, I'm pretty sure they're illiterate, like by rule.
Not by rule.
Not anymore.
Was that third edition?
That was third.
Oh, okay.
Now barbarians each have their favorite fantasy romance novel tucked away in their
Oh, okay.
satchel. So.
Okay.
And
At least a
Fenton
good true crime.
Conan the Destroyer.
Yes, they probably really love those.
Red Sonja. Fenton, I'm pretty sure that clears every stream, so you won't be there for all of time. Just today. But thank you for the bits. Well, it's a damn shame she didn't make it to her turn. She was gonna ice storm everybody.
Yeah, it's too bad she got run through by my big pig. I'm sorry.
It was the eye wobble that I think that solved it.
And good night, folks.
I didn't get that phrase through.
So as soon as you said big pig, my mind went immediately to he's a big pig. Oh, you could be a big pig too. Hoy! But then I realized what you said, and my brain stopped.
Forever.
Completely.
Ah.
Does she have anything else other than her spellbook? Like cash, keys?
She had a coin purse, probably about 6 gold in it.
Woo!
She had the key to her room at the Bywater.
No.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Now, is this normally how justice is served in these parts, where we're just gonna leave the corpse of the child murderer on the street for others to see and know that they shouldn't murder children? Because I'm okay with it. I'm just making sure.
Oswald,
Yeah,
as he says that, being a man who's been caught before, you realize you just did a magical murder in the middle of a street at night.
She wasn't murdered magically. She was murdered physically via a boar.
Yes, but there was also a lightning bolt thrown through the side of a building. You're pretty confident guards are on their way.
Okay. He's going to whip out his forgery kit once again and quickly scribble down a note saying, I killed too many kids and I couldn't take it anymore, so I picked a fight with a random person and then killed myself. And then he's just going to leave it on their corpse and then run.
Alright, make a forgery kit roll.
Woo!
Oh, and everyone can see my notes there. Ah, whatever. It's already there.
I hope that doesn't convince anybody. The guards look at it and they're like, yeah, sounds legit.
Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Case closed. Back to getting beers.
And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty
Seems
convincing
legit.
forgery.
I mean, it seems like her handwriting.
Right,
Really?
but he's taking the only thing they can cross-reference it to with him.
And they're like, wow, didn't know all these children were being murdered.
Yeah. All right, so you immediately you just jot that down with pretty much with astounding skill, and you just kind of drop it on her or put it in her pocket or something.
Put it in her pocket, away from where the blood is pooling from the wounds.
Sure. Yeah.
Like this was, kind of like she wants to suicide by cop, except for she just wants to suicide.
Suicide by SQ.
Or
Yep. Random tough. She's in a bad part of the neighborhood. Like
I like the way this guy thinks, leaving a note so the authorities know exactly what was going on and who to credit for her capture. Good plan, but we do have to get going. So yeah, let's.
If Oswald's gonna sprinkle a little bit of his crack on her and then run.
Okay. Yeah. Put your wand in her hand.
all right, no, let's move. And He's
Romulus is back.
Yay!
entry was so graceful. To the little waddle on.
I apologize for anyone with ears who heard that.
No one heard it in actuality.
Really? Because it started like screaming, and then I was like, wait, is that coming from me? And I was like, oh shit. And I had to mute my mic as fast as possible.
You know, maybe we did hear it. I don't remember.
I might have heard a chirp.
Yeah.
I guess I caught it pretty quick.
You
but
just
it
participated
was
in the murder of a mage that
Well,
you believe is fully justified.
Romulus didn't participate.
That's true. Romulus didn't get a turn.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys have absconded into the night. leaving the body and the fake suicide note in her pocket.
And
With some crack on it.
Oh, and sprinkle some crack on it, right.
Yeah.
As you are wont to do.
I'll just mark off that he just lost a little bit of his crack to that.
One sprinkling.
However, we do now know that he's carrying crack.
Yes. Up and down.
You gotta take the win with the loss, you know?
Racking up them W's, yeah.
So,
You know, it has 8 silver pieces worth of.
in reference to your comment in Discord, when the local investigators get there, will they call it a study in green?
Boo!
You know, I can't wait for Rackham to be back next week.
Can we get new guy back?
I hate you all.
So where do you guys go from here? Their guards are rushing the crime scene. You guys just kind of chase off into the night.
I guess we are looking for a ship to get us to the Recluse, correct?
Well, it's like sunset at this point. You guys can head to the docks. But
Yeah.
any boats still here probably aren't leaving.
At least we can charter something and then come back in the morning.
Okay. If you're looking for passage to the Recluse, you're probably looking for a smaller ship. One that's not making long voyages to other kingdoms. Something that's just going to ferry you across the bay. You see 2 ships that sort of seem like they make regular trips out of the bay. And then there's probably like 3 dozen small like fishing sloops, which could make the journey.
Are there any schooners?
I was
A
gonna
schooner is a boat.
I was gonna say that none of us are OU fans here, but it just didn't seem appropriate. Anyway,
Yes.
Okay.
He said shortly after Googling the word schooner.
I don't know what you mean. I resemble that statement, I'll have you know.
Okay, so this is a bigger dock area. So would they have a wharf master?
Probably.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna find a passage on a ship, we should probably check the wharf master.
sure. Does anyone know what that means?
I don't know, but the elf seems to know what he's talking about lately, so I say we go with it.
Yeah, you know, the murder and the note and the things like that. He seems really competent.
Very legit.
All right, we're gonna. Where would the wharf master be located?
Well, he'd probably be, he's not up 24/7, so he probably might not be, wandering the docks at this hour.
Do ships come in throughout the entire night? Like they might have more than one on shift.
That's fair. Okay. So, yeah, you probably find the guy who's got a little small building that's opened with a retinue of guards about.
Okay.
And yeah, he appears to be the wharf master. And the 4 of you approach.
Excuse me, sir. I was just we're looking to book a passage to the Recluse and was wondering if you knew of any ships in which could aid us in that trouble.
To the Recluse? Oh yeah, this ships go to and from the Recluse often. That's how we get the grain and all that.
Oh, that should be pretty easy then. In your notes of all the ships that have docked, is there any mention of any leaving soon, and if they are headed to the Recluse? And Oswald is going to hand, like, slowly slide a gold coin towards them.
Yeah. I believe there's one. There's a small ship called the Lanky Dragon. It makes the run to the Recluse 2 times a day. They occasionally take on passengers. They don't work during the night, though.
All right. Yeah. Could you just? Is it like a small fishing boat, or is it a schooner? Is it a galleon? Just a sloop? What kind of ship is it?
What was that second one you said?
Well, he said schooner second, and then a sloop or a galleon.
Yeah. I know 2 of those.
A galleon is like what?
I know. That's the one I knew. Thank you.
Okay.
Is it because they're in Civ 5?
No, I know a little bit. I know what a sloop is. Yeah, it's a sloop. Although it's not a proper term for a civilian ship of that size, but it's an accurate descriptor of the size.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Thank you for your time. I guess we'll you approach him in the morning and go about it that way.
Okay. It's run by Captain Gilligan, that's the name.
Captain Gideon. All right. All right. Pleasure to have met you, and thank you for all your help.
Yeah.
And with that, he will turn and leave.
All right. All right. You guys are still on the docks. It is now early night.
All right. I guess we need to find a place to rest, to sleep.
Which I will pay for, seeing as you all helped in my revenge. It's the least I can do. I mean, it's not the least. I could do nothing. That would be the least. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. You feel obligated to do so. I'm not going to stop you.
But really, the least you could have done would be to pin us for an unwarranted murder and turn us over to the guards. But that's clearly not what happened, so
Yeah,
I suppose you're correct.
Well, I mean, she did openly attack us in a bar with lightning bolt.
Yep.
And then we managed to convince her to come away, and she probably attacked us outside. No one saw. I mean, according to the note, she wanted to die anyways, and she was a child murderer.
Well,
That's what the note said?
That she wanted to die, yeah, that was the end of it.
Well, that seems kind of sketchy. Like, if she's a child murderer, that clearly the authorities would know of her. Why didn't you just be like, hey, we gotta run, but this is who, did this, and etc.?
Who knows with those wizardry folk?
that is an excellent point. Wait, that's also an excellent point.
Listen, all that matters is the matter is taken care of. The gods will be none the wiser that we had anything to do with it. And there's the city can, or is it a city or is it a town?
Stolholm's a city.
And the city can sleep a little safer knowing that child murderer is off the streets.
Also an excellent point.
All right. It just kind of strikes me as unusual that you seem so skilled at fake suicide notes.
Well, I've had to write 1 or 2 in my day, mostly for my own self. I used to not be a fan of paying taxes. And so sometimes it's better to fake your own death.
Bogger again is going to interrupt, step in between, and give him the man hug.
No one should have to do taxes, man. Taxation is theft. See you later.
Oh, don't get everyone started again.
And as he steps away from Bogger, he'll just say, "Thank you for understanding." And then, well, turn back to them. But it's kind of how I ended up in jail the first time when I got recruited by the wardens or banners, grey banners.
Yes, not the wardens. Thank you, Oswald.
Appreciate that.
Minus 50 DKP.
I thought we were entering a Dragon Age. Come on.
No.
We've gone over this. They're not dragons.
But anyways, let's find ourselves some lodgings once again on me, and just enjoy ourselves, and then we'll head on off to the Recluse tomorrow or the next day, whatever, however long it takes us to get there, and then we'll help save Caddy's uncle, not Mr. Dash.
I have a quick prediction. This payment for lodging will not be on Oswald, but rather some character that he will create and speak in a funny voice. Knowing Oswald.
Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right. So you guys find a quiet little inn.
And Caddy, are you gonna answer that phone? Because you fucking called it. He is going to use disguise self, turn himself into this, essentially a Southern belle,
Sure.
complete with like big frilly dress. I mean, as frilly as I can get to the time period, as
Sure. Yeah.
previously discussed. They're not as fashionable as I expected.
Savages.
But, yep, uncouth.
They're incredibly fashionable. Have you seen those wool tights? Dual colored. Anyway.
Dual.
Bunch of savages
colored.
in this town.
But he will enter the inn and look around for whomever would be in charge or like running it.
All right. The innkeep is this small, ratty-looking older gentleman with a lazy eye.
Ooh, nice.
And he kind of looks over and he's like, okay. Can I, do you need, are you lost or do you need a room?
Well, sir, I am in need of a room tonight for me and my companions.
Oh, what's that? Is that your daughter?
No, that is my gnomish friend.
Is that an orc?
He is of oak blood, yes, but do not presume to judge him. He is a kind soul. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
He one of them domesticated orcs?
Oh, no,
Yes.
no, that's not the word that I would use.
Oh, I can talk. Oh, you look at that.
He is, in fact, a house oak. You are right.
I lean down to Oswald and I'm just like, can we use the I got transformed thing again, please? That one was okay.
And he's gonna whisper back. Next time, sure, next time.
Well, do you need one room for the four of you, or are you looking for more?
No. We will need multiple rooms. If you have 4, that would be amazing.
Sure, I got 4 rooms. They're 1 silver each for the night.
Oswald's gonna slide over gold. We also would require, if you could just, we are tired and weary and we don't want any fuss about us, so if you could just pretend like we're not even here, that would be very appreciated.
Yes, I mean, I'm not one to judge. You should be. I never even saw you.
And our domesticated orc.
Well, thank you. You are a sweetheart, you are. And she will take her keys and hand them out to the rest of the group before heading up for a night's rest.
Okay.
All right.
Just before Oswald goes to bed, though, he is going to take a look at Kalari's spell book to see what spells are in it. If you want, you can get back to me on the break. We might have to retcon that he inscribes 1 or 2 new ones depending on what are in it. So if you're cool with that,
it'd be easier if I send it to you through Discord, so I can't do it right now. But yeah.
Yeah. That's like I said, we can do that on break.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So it is the morning of the next day. Tomorrow is when the ship should arrive. Granted, you guys aren't planning to stick around.
Well, and with the morrow having approached, Oswald will, of course, keep the disguise of his Southern Belle. And then, if they don't have a continental breakfast, he will have some breakfast, preferably with the group. And then...
So, Oswald, you're the first to head downstairs in your disguise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is 3 guards talking to the innkeeper. And one of them has a piece of parchment unrolled. And the guard says, "We're checking all overnight establishments for these characters. We're looking for a homeless man, a Northman, an orc, and what appears to be a small child.
In armor?
Riding a boar."
Man, they really pegged me.
And,
what kind of monsters are these child soldiers?
The guy with his lazy eyes, like, well, what did,
Jesus.
Okay.
Nope. What do you mean, nope? I mean, I've only seen gnomes. You know, not children. What do you mean? A gnome. You know, one of the gnomes. Oh, excuse me, a customer. And he shuffles over to Oswald in disguise, and he's like starting to sweat. He's like, "What can I do for you, madam?"
I just wanted to thank you for this wonderful evening, and I could not help but overhear that you and these fine guards are looking for some folks that I think I may have seen this morning before coming down here through my window.
Is that so?
Yes, I definitely saw a child on a small pig or some sort, and these disheveled-looking men running through the back alleys deeper into the city.
All right.
Maybe 10 minutes ago.
He like rolls it up and he's like, "Let's go," and they marshal out. And he's like, "All right then." And just then, the remainder of the party starts to filter in one at a time. And he kind of looks around the group and he's like, "If you don't mind me asking, what did you do?"
With what are you talking about?
Another goal that slid towards him.
But it's none of my business, really. You have yourselves a fine day. People who never attended.
On the way out, I'll clap him on the shoulder and be like, "And you won't have to worry about any more of those child murders."
What?
Wait.
No, yeah, I get you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know what's going on. I think it's better for everyone if you leave now.
Oh, we are on our way out right now.
Yeah. We'll head out.
Okay. Everybody make a perception check.
Fun times.
Perception.
I refuse.
Okay.
I mean, here.
I mean,
Wow, okay.
Well,
nobody sees anything ever at all.
Romulus loses an eye.
There we go.
Oswald, you see a Knight of the Aura Farah, flanked on either side by 3 for a total of 6 guards, marching through the middle of the street, checking everyone with glances as they go. And they seem to be headed right for you.
We need to get off the street right now. We're gonna get caught.
Get caught for what? We haven't done anything wrong.
Well, they apparently don't like the fact that we stopped the child murder. They might be in on it. We just gotta run.
Well, if they're in on it, then we need to stop them.
I do agree with that. Just there's a lot more of them than us, and we do have to save Caddy's uncle. So we just want to prioritize.
Right. So we make quick order of this on our way to the boat.
I just see it compounded. Like they'll get all the governments against us, and not all the governments are bad. I don't really want to deal with that right now.
All right. Well, since you guys have been standing there talking,
God damn it.
one of the guards elbows the knight. And he's like, "Orc!" And now you all have their attention.
Racists again.
Look, we knew it was going to be the case, and I'm not surprised that they're walking with the guards. I'm just going to put that out there.
And the Knight of Farah reaches for a sword. And he's like, "Come here, you Aladdin-looking motherfucker!"
What?
What?
Why not?
How does he know?
How does he know? He's seen Disney. Everyone's seen Disney.
Even in the world of Fire and Blade,
It's interdimensional.
Yeah.
Disney is a monopoly that rules everyone's lives.
Riff raff, street rat.
But you see, when they saw it, it was a stage play. Obviously.
Obviously.
All right, they're coming towards you. Weapons being drawn.
Bogger's gonna draw his weapon in response.
And I'm gonna let a cantrip
Okay.
in my hand.
I'm hoping for someone to talk us out of this.
I'm
But
Yeah.
I'm just scared.
I'm not real good at talking out of danger. And also the Knights of Farah were the ones that we definitely wanted to put an end to, so I'm pro this.
So are we gonna initiate combat here?
I'm a
Hold on,
back
I'm just
up.
rolling something for Oswald. Okay. All right. I was hoping that would be even. Okay. Oswald goes, all right. I'll try and deal with this as best I can. Hello there, fellas. How are you today?
Stand aside. We got fugitives to catch.
They are not fugitives. How are they fugitives?
Well, we got that Northman, that kid riding a bar, and an orc.
I'm a gnome.
Whatever.
And what crime
Freaking
have they been
racist.
accused of, even?
They murdered a wizard over at an inn.
If I'm a child, how'd I murder a wizard?
point of order, bringing someone to justice is not murder.
Well, if you say so, why don't you put down your weapons and come with us?
Why don't you put down your weapons and
Come with
Come
go
with
us.
us.
away?
Now, see here, I'm the law in these parts.
Well, from what I hear, they were instrumental in bringing down a child murderer that had been killing dozens of your citizens. You should be giving them some sort of commendation for their work.
Well, we can determine the validity of their claims to see who's at fault, but first we gotta get back to the barracks, you see?
This is the most thorough fantasy guard I've ever heard of.
You can't, you see, this is Stelhome. You can't wander around the streets going murdering people.
Again, not murder.
Not murder.
Self-defense, whatever you want to call it. First we gotta understand what happened.
Well, it was self-defense. I'd like to point out that she shot first.
Yeah, the witnesses did say that, but nonetheless, we got one body with a very strange note. Talking about child murders?
Is it possible that we could just deal with it here? We
Wait,
do
that's
have.
the proof you needed then. She said she was a child murderer herself. We don't even gotta go back to the barracks. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Well, it appears she was gored by that thing. And he points to Skew.
Well, that's because my my companion here does a very good job of protecting me when I am attacked by wizards.
Especially those that shoot lightning from their hands.
So wizards.
Quite a few of them.
Listen.
How would you know what happened?
It is all the talk of the town.
We need to take these 3 back to the barracks. We'll figure it out once we get your official statements and whatnot.
How long is this going to take? We do have pressing matters and a ship to catch.
Trying to leave town now, are you?
Oh, I really shouldn't have mentioned that. Yeah,
I
We're
am,
busy
yes. I saw these 3 bravely act and decided to hire them as my personal guards. As you can see, a lady such as myself should not be wandering the streets alone, unguarded, especially with child murderers running around.
I ain't no goddamn child murderers.
You just said she had a note admitting to it.
Listen, are you guys gonna come with us or not?
Nah.
It seems like not.
I love that. Put
No.
something in her mouth and she... Nah.
Nah, dog.
No, sorry.
Then we're gonna have a problem. Boys,
Yeah.
round them
Doesn't
up.
have to be.
And that's where we're gonna go to our break.
Yay.
So, my bad, but I had a very stressful week and I forgot to tell the party that they were supposed to level up. So you guys have homework during the break. To get
I've been doing it while we've been.
good man. So right now the overlays still say they're 5th level, but they will be 6th level when we get back from break. And then yeah, we'll see how they get out of this one. We'll be back hopefully 15 after, and we'll have another hour 45 of dire roll Fire and Blade. Stick around. Alright, we're back. I would say we're better than ever, but that wouldn't be hard.
We are, because we're leveled up.
Yeah, you leveled up. Alright, so, cue the battle music.
Bwah, 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 bwah. No.
Alright, now I don't know how well you can see this. Okay, good. Unfortunately I can't move the map any further to the right because I can't. So for you audience, we're just going to have all this glorious dead space. You know what? Here, I'll give us something to look at. There. Askew is watching. Alright.
Oh, I'm not seeing.
I'm not seeing a battle map of any sort.
Oh, yeah. It would help if I did that.
Put
Oh, okay.
God.
For some reason, it didn't add to the turn order there.
I hadn't clicked that off.
I was like, man, all my guys are gonna die before I get to go, and then I'm like, oh, actually,
Yeah.
Caddy,
they
you
are.
probably want to heal
yeah.
yourself.
There. What?
You probably want to heal yourself.
Yeah. When did I take damage today?
You didn't, so you should be full health.
I know. I was supposed to be.
I mean, I believe.
I tried to.
Oswald,
Oh,
you're up.
okay. It's 34.
Are there lots of people on the street right now?
Yes and no. On either side of the map here is kind of like, the facades of establishments and building entrances that a lot of people have kind of moved to the side. Not a lot of people. Most people have given you guys a wide berth, Old West style. They see guards confronting people on the street and everyone kind of just gets out of the way. Especially since the talk of the town is, lightning bolts going through buildings.
Are we planning on killing these folks? Or was you gonna just run?
think we should bear that.
Oh, Askew, you're in the way now.
You kind of broke up. I didn't actually hear what you said.
Yeah, I didn't hear you either.
No, I said, I don't think we should necessarily leave them. I mean, the Knights of Fara do have a tendency to cause.
You're cutting in and out. You said the Knights of Fire tend to cause... I think you were trying to say trouble?
Yes.
Okay. All right
Fine.
then. He kind of sighs, and even though he all this happens beneath his illusion, so none of it is seen, but his cheeks would actually start to swell out like a chipmunk's. And through muffled, as if he has something in his cheeks, he says "Carton," and then a fireball shoots from his mouth. And I'm going to have it detonate right here. Oh, yeah, right there where I pinged.
Yeah, alright, well that's gonna hit ilwDY on that side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to do some dex saveroonies, right?
Yep, and I'm about to cast the spell. Met and oh, nope. My roll 20 is going super slow.
Super. It's like right there, yeah?
Whoa!
Holy diver.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh,
well, I'm gonna save us time. All the guards are dead. I'll just delete them. Because even if they save, they dead. Okay, and the Knigget, he has a +0 dex save, so he's got to get a 14 on that dizzy, which he did. So he's going to take half. So he takes 16 fire damage. Oh, isn't there like, probably should have researched this, sooner. Okay, well, I don't know where it is. I've been told that you can now do like effects in Roll20. Is that something I have to enable?
Oh yeah. It's part of your it's one of the tools on the side. I think it's under the layers. I think there's now an additional layer called effect layer or something like that.
Maybe I
Could
need to
be
enable
wrong.
it.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually had to use it.
All right, well, next time. All right, are you done, Oswald?
Yes.
Okay, Bogger, you're up.
Bogger's just gonna blast in and start swinging.
New guy, if you're still watching, can you do tokens maps, please?
I can do it if he's not.
Well, finish your turn at least.
Swing. Oh, Sokonond isn't active.
Alright, so you just do 9 slashing. That's a hit.
Yeah.
He is now wounded.
And swing again.
Alright, you're after finding purchase and wetting your blade in blood, you come around for another strike, but this time you kind of glance off of his breastplate, leaving kind of like a lined dent in it, but you don't penetrate.
Unacceptable. And then I'm going to go ahead and back off to here. Back to where I was.
And because of your mobile feat, he can't attack you.
Yep.
Well,
And
Brogan, you managed to do one of them. Look at you. You're already better than new guy. Alright, the knight's turn. Wounded, his retinue gone in there are several smoldering heaps. He's going to turn and run.
Damn it! I shouldn't have. I should have stayed with him.
All right. Do you guys want to pursue him? Shoot at him?
I can shoot at him.
Okay. Caddy, you're up. Your arrow bounces off his spaulders.
Yeah, I'll shoot a secondary arrow.
And again, another shot bounces off his armor. Alright, Romulus, you want to shoot at him?
Well, I guess so.
That's a hit.
Yep.
You scorch him a bit. Alright, Oswald, do you want to shoot him?
I mean, I do want to do something. I was checking the range on one of my spells.
He
Is he-
I'm
assuming he's actually further away than the map
he's like
suggests.
70 feet. He's 75 feet off the map.
75 feet. Okay, the spell I was thinking would not be
No,
able
wait,
to...
that's too much. He's 45 feet off the map.
Okay. Regardless, that's still outside of the realm of what I want to do. Okay, so he is going to move forward his full 30 feet before he puts his fingers to his lips in a shushing motion, goes, "Shh, go to sleep." And he's going to cast Sleep, centered on the gentleman.
There's no resist to this, right? It's just...
Nope, it's just if he has 26
time.
or fewer hit points.
Okay.
But it also starts with the creature with the lowest hit points within the area.
Okay, you put to sleep quite a few citizens, but the knight does take a nap as well. Thus ends
And
combat.
Oswald is like, quickly, stab him while he's down. And then he starts taking off. He moved the full 30 feet. Can't, never mind.
Well, combat's over, so
Can Askew charge him?
sure. Are you
There we
going
go.
to coup de grace him? We don't need a roll for that.
Yeah,
Okay, you killed
but
the...
with a charge.
You killed the knight.
Coop de Gracie.
Coup de Gracie. Coup de Gracie.
We did it,
That's
y'all.
my favorite Cadillac.
And now we
Did
have
it.
two. We have two boar murders.
Not murders.
Justice.
Justice.
Okay,
Two more
Batman.
justice.
Justice.
So what you're saying is they're manslaughters.
Haha.
Well, I don't. One of them was
No, the first one
definitively
was a woman. Yeah.
Woman slaughter.
You're welcome.
But with the guard dead, or the knight dead, Oswald is like, we need to be getting to a boat right now to get out of here
Yes.
quickly. We'll find the lanky dragon and then get the fuck out of this city.
Sounds like a plan.
Which seems weird because he still has the image of a Southern Belle, but yet he is speaking
Yeah.
as he normally does.
Yeah, I caught on. It was funny. My favorite part is where you're like, "Get him, boys!" but you're still in the big frilly dress.
Yeah.
All right, hiking up your dress, you take off towards the harbor.
Big mood. Yeah, we're all running that way.
All right, you guys just kind of like straight as the crow flies as much as you can, and then just like in a brisk jog getting to the docks, or are you trying to like back alley sneak around, avoid guards type of deal?
That one.
What is sneak?
All right, let's do a group stealth check. If you guys succeed, if 3 of you succeed, then the group succeeds.
I apologize ahead of time.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I feel like we're not the sneakiest group since we just shot a group of guards with a fireball,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Okay, well,
Yeah, we're all real
it's
bad
all
at
over.
this.
that's 3 failures.
I'm astride Askew, and he's got little hooves on the
Don't worry,
cobblestone,
Oswald.
and
The
it's a
one
clicky,
guy
clicky,
who's
click.
who's disguised his face, he's the one who succeeded. All right. Rushing through the streets. You head into an alley. And who's in front?
Probably Bogger. I would assume.
I mean,
Not the squishies, preferably.
Yeah.
Okay, Bogger, you come headfirst into an invisible barrier.
I'm gonna run into it again.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Okay. You once again run headfirst into an invisible barrier.
Gonna kick it.
I'm sorry. You're gonna kick it?
Kick it.
Kick it.
He's gonna
Then
drop
you
some
kick
dope
it,
rhymes.
sir.
Kick it!
Yeah. Yeah, there is a solid mass there that you cannot see.
And it's a wall? Feels like a wall?
It feels like a wall, yep.
Well, walls can be hacked down with swords. If
A creature
you
in the
hack hard
shape of a
enough.
wall.
Is there a way to go to the right or the left of this invisible wall? Like,
No. Don't be logical.
You're in a narrow alleyway.
oh, okay. So, okay. Cool. Oswald's going to start to backtrack with maybe we should get out of here real quick. Just that this way.
All right, you turn around, and standing in the just inside the alleyway, is a rather well-dressed man. He's in a sort of overcoat, one that has a second layer that goes down to his wrist. Not his wrist, his elbows, and it is a dark red. Appears to be made out of some kind of dyed thick wool, and he has a wide-brimmed hat.
I don't like the sound of this.
No. Excuse me. You are the one creating this wall. We are being blocked by it. Do you mind just removing it? That would be appreciated, Shug.
He says, "Madam, I'm not here for you."
Oh. Okay.
Then-
Well, bye.
Then that's exactly why you should take the wall down so she and us can leave.
You three can leave, but the orc and I have business.
But the orc?
do we now, sir?
I'm getting sick of these monkey flipping racists on this Monday to Friday plane.
What?
That is the
I caught on.
TV version of the actual saying. So bravo.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Thank you.
Monday to Friday play.
Pardon me, sir, but I don't think I know.
And he kind of he raises his head, and he is wearing a headband, a circlet, pretty much indistinguishable from your own.
Dun dun dun.
I still don't know you, but I see why you'd like to talk.
But you can talk in our general vicinity where we can see and ensure there are no more wizard murders going on.
Yeah, a rash of those happening lately,
For real.
along with children.
You have no idea how many magical murders we've seen.
If you wouldn't mind walking with us while talking with this oak, he is under my employ, and we do have pressing matters to attend to.
I'm sorry, madam, but this is a matter of... well, it's a family matter.
Caddy, And Romulus is like staring at this guy. Caddy, you three should probably go for this one. This is things that aren't of your business, I would assume.
No, that's real stupid, actually. So we're gonna not do that.
Well, now let's hear our friend out. Why do you think we should leave?
Well, it's just this is something important to me that shouldn't be important to you.
Yeah, well, see, you made a whole bunch of promises about your behavior and your past behavior and the involvement of your familial ties. So it kind of involves us. You're traveling with us. You said that you're gonna. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say this in front of the man, but you know the thing about the taking over for the thing, over the role of the thing, and you have to be good to do that. We specifically said good magic, like good people,
Well,
not
yes.
evil.
I don't. I assure you, I don't personally know this man, but he and I have to share a common link, and I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I don't want any of you getting hurt for a personal thing of mine. Yes.
Yeah, kind of like the whole thing with the book, or us personally going to handle the child murderer, or traveling back to
Issues
my
back at the
hometown.
Recluse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but and he like still eyes just locked on this guy's headband, just like, yes, but I don't know what this is going to turn out as.
Orc.
We're either going to fight to the
Orc.
death.
We already
Orc.
fought a wizard.
Shut up. You're coming with us. End of story.
Dead or alive, you're coming with us.
Spanish Inquisition looking motherfucker. Either get out of the way, or you're going to be the latest victim of some random wizard murderer in town that clearly isn't us.
I'm not going anywhere until that orc answers for how he came upon that circlet. I am Sasha Kozlov, son of the Count Kozlov, and that circlet belonged to my brother Tula.
Your brother's name was Tula? My condolences.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him.
He's dead.
Well, my double condolences. He had a shitty name and he's dead. Get over it. Life happens.
Yeah, you really should talk to your parents about that one, actually.
He was killed by Burning Wake orcs in Owenwold not long ago.
Oh, no. You see, I'm not a Burning Wake orc. I'm from the south, further away.
deep
And
south.
this is a trinket I found. It looks exactly like your headband, yes. But it's not related.
It's not related.
That's
just-
picky swear.
It's just a trinket then. Identical
Yeah.
to my own.
Yes. It's very funny how things like that work out sometimes.
Give it to me then.
No, it's important to me. It's a trinket, but I like it.
Look, Ms. Wampus, your wizard friends are very pretty. They're also very stupid. Can we just murder this thing and be on our way? Like, it's getting old.
I'm pro doing that, actually.
Okay.
Okay, he starts making a gesture with his left hand, and he and when he does, he does this, and then this, and Romulus, you feel the circlet being lifted off your head.
I reach up and like grab it as
Alright,
fast as I
make
can.
a dex save.
Oh boy. Could have
I
been
want-
anything but.
I want to go ahead and point out that attempted theft is clearly a crime. So we have every
So
reason.
Romulus,
to-
right as it lifts your head, for a moment, the whole world seems grayer, and the smells seem duller, but you grab it and put it back on, and the moment passes before it really kicks in. And Sasha says,
And I pick myself up and throw a fucking fireball at this guy.
okay, well he's ready for combat, so let's do another series of initiative.
Of course we will.
Right out of the gate with the fireball, man.
And we don't need
This guy's taking my livelihood.
I win again.
Bogger with the 6.
Hey.
Initiative is like golf, right? You want a lower number because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's Okay,
All right,
we'll
Sasha won initiative by a hair. So he extends both hands and goes, Avarashna! And he casts Cone of Cold right into all of you.
Ah!
chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt a lot.
So, Constitution saves, please.
I can do that one.
Hey,
No, I can't.
well,
Con save.
Oh.
Oh, those are pretty good rolls, guys.
Yeah.
Caddy and Bogger, you're going to take half damage.
the ones with hit points. Okay.
Well, Romulus has a bunch of hit points.
Yeah, I got 47 hit points.
Oswald does
I'm fine.
not.
Yeah, I'm probably not
Alright,
gonna
that's
like this.
31 cold damage.
Oh my lord.
Which means Bogger and Caddy, you take 15.
Mm-hmm.
I can math.
All right. As this just pocket blizzard occurs in the alleyway, as the mist starts to clear, Sasha has a look of surprise and then maybe a hint of fear, like he thought that was just gonna lay you all out, and you're all still standing.
How far away is he?
Not all of us.
Oh, you're down. so he and everyone's like yeah, and then Bogger looks behind him to make sure everybody's okay, and Oswald's just on the ground.
Yeah, the illusion is gone, so he's no
okay.
longer. He's back to his normal self.
Not the frills. That's it. This motherfucker's dead.
How far away is Sasha?
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
So Caddy, you're up. Yeah, you're just in an alleyway. I mean, it's not like you're staring him down from across a bridge.
No, I just was hoping he's a little bit further away. Because it'd be fun to send Askew charging. But that's okay. I'm going to just shoot a couple of arrows. Because that's what I'm good at.
Hey, I mean,
But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark. And you know what that does, so I won't send the info block.
thank you. An 11 does not hit.
It hit?
It does not hit. In fact,
Okay,
it pierces through his jacket, but doesn't hit him. It just kind of goes right through and leaves a hole through his overcoat. Your second shot, you notch a second arrow and you fire, and it looks like it's about to hit him, and then it seems to bounce off of an invisible field that's just an inch off of his person.
Gosh darn it. Alright. I think... Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, Oswald, death save, please.
Yeah, no problem. Good old death save. Show me potato salad.
Oh.
All right.
What up?
You wake up with 1 hit point.
Very cold.
Yeah. Is that at the start or end of my turn?
It happens at the start of your turn.
Okay, just curious. He's gonna stand up with half of his movement, just clothes like icicles hanging off of it. It's just like, all right, that really hurt. Does anyone else taste copper? Anyone else?
This time I actually do, yes.
Okay, and he just, he is going to, well, if you like ice so much, and he takes a very shallow breath and slowly begins to breathe out this like, it looks like your breath on a cold day, where it just like mist instantly into his hand, which turns into a knife, which he is going to throw at the gentleman.
We got ice knife.
Yeah, I got good old ice knife.
It's one of my favorites.
Ice to see you.
All right.
Woo!
Okay. I was like, why isn't my scroll wheel working? And then I realized I was going in the wrong direction. All right, that's 20 versus AC. That is a hit.
So he takes 3 points of piercing damage,
Yep.
and then he needs to make a DC 14 dex save, or take a whopping 8 points of cold.
Okay. Cold? Oh, right. I forget that the piercing happens first. For some reason I had it backwards in my head. Okay, his dex save is a +2, so he needs a 12 or higher. Oh, he's just shy, so he takes 8 cold.
And then Ragged Breast is like, yeah, how do you like them apples?
Alright, and Romulus, you're up.
I think so. He starts to like summon that big fireball on his hand. It summons like a small ball, and then he's like the rage kind of goes away for a second. He's like, "This is a bad idea," and instead he tries out a new spell that he's gotten recently called Mind Spike.
Spikes today.
That worked. Oh, it doesn't do attack. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it says versus AC, but yes.
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
14.
14, okay.
I messed it
And
up.
wisdom, he's got a +4, so 10 or higher. Okay. He takes 14 psychic.
Yep. And I
He is
can
now
track him.
he is now wounded. Bogger, you're up.
You were muted.
That was amazing. I had a great entire thing there. So I'm going to start it over. He's going to glance over at Oswald and say, I don't think he was particularly fond of those apples. Draw his blade. As he does, cut open his palm a little bit, and then bleed on his Soken Owned rune as a bonus action,
Okay.
and then charge in and swing.
Okay.
With the green mist billowing around the sword.
And your arm. It goes from sword to arm.
And the arm.
Alright. You slash into... He moves back and you slash into that second piece of his overcoat, cutting it kind of like rather cleanly.
Swing again.
This time, he just jukes out of the way entirely as your blade meets air.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Action surge.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Because
Nice.
he's gonna hurt us. So
Yeah, that was bad.
This is not a friend.
come on.
You get another piece of his garment. This time you've cut out a triangle of his second layer.
You Zoro'd him.
You get another attack.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey.
And as you're bringing up your blade, he quickly draws a sign in the air and casts shield. And this barrier billows out of his hand and stops your blade midair. You bounce off of it.
And I'm not backing off this time. I'm pressing.
Okay.
And
But the most important thing is you messed up his clothes, which, I mean, that's just as good as damaging him.
Really hurt his heart.
Yeah.
If you have that much style, that's pretty much tantamount to you cutting him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that keep him from casting spells?
Probably
You
not.
destroyed his spell focus.
Unfortunately, no.
There you go.
All right. It's Sasha's turn. He's going to quickly look around. And the GM's going to quickly look something up. And he looks up, and then he locks eyes with Bogart for a moment, and then he just claps. And he casts Misty Step. And he just goes, boop, and he appears at the top of the building. And he starts running along the roofs, out of sight.
I'd like to point out, Mind Spike lets me know exactly where he is at all times.
Well, you know exactly where he is. He's currently still on the roof. Okay.
You fracking coward! Get back down here and fight me like a Sasha.
Is the wall still there?
I believe so.
All right.
Did he
Actually, you know
make
what?
his concentration
Yeah.
checks?
Since I failed to roll those, let's go ahead and say the wall's down.
Bastard. I'm gonna go kick the wall again, only it's not there, and I slip.
I'm
I
gonna
tell myself on my sword and retire my character.
pick up my arrows and be like, "Let's get to the boat."
Yeah.
If you guys don't want to
Alright.
give chase, combat will be over.
Well, I'm SOL at the moment, so
So Caddy says, like, let's get to the boat, and Romulus is just, like, staring up at where he ran off to. And with Expedition's Free, that increases my speed. Would that allow me to climb faster? I don't. What's a dash
Insofar as
action?
you can move more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not my turn necessarily, so I'll.
Well, I mean, if combat's ending and you want to cast Expeditious Retreat and then try to jump up after him.
Yes, that.
Alright, let's go ahead and end combat rounds. So Romulus is going to cast Expeditious Retreat, and he's going to start climbing the building. Make an athletics check.
Nice.
That's a 23. He quickly... What? Sorry, wife. He quickly scales the building and gets on top of the roof. And then you're gonna give chase?
I'm gonna turn back around and say, "This is very important to me. I'll be back," and starts running in
Alright,
the
well,
direction.
with Expeditious Retreat, you can catch up to him.
Okay. Can
He's
I
not-
catch up to him and tackle him to the ground?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Since you're...
Okay.
Make your athletics check part of your move. So, yes, you can attempt to tackle him to the ground.
Would that be another athletics?
Yeah, let's do... That would be like a grapple check, basically.
Yeah.
So, that would be athletics, and then he would oppose with either athletics or acrobatics. So he's going to choose acrobatics because he has -1 strength. Okay, he's got to get a nat 20 to tie you, which would mean you fail. Okay, so you tackle him to the ground.
or the
And
roof, as the case may be.
You tackle him to the roof.
yeah, that.
You tackle him to the ground. Ah!
How much fall damage does he take?
With an orc
No.
on top of him.
I flip him to where I can see like the front of the circlet, and I see if it has one of the scales in it.
Yes. He has his in his center socket just like you.
I want to try to grab it and yank it out.
Well, you use your action to tackle him.
Okay.
So now it's his move.
No, just let me do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right. I think he's just gonna. Fortunately, that's still a. Oh, that's a bonus action. Okay. He just struggles and claps his hands again, and he's gonna cast Misty Step again. Which is going to put him 30 feet from you. You're still on the roof.
Dang.
And as he materializes, he says, "There's only one way you would have gotten my brother's circlet if you were the orc that killed him." And he kind of does some motions with his hand and casts Firebolt, because he can't cast another spell, but he can cast a cantrip, so he's going to throw a Firebolt your way.
Do I have shield ready?
I don't know.
I gotta check that.
What's your AC?
It is, I think, 9.
He's got a +6 to hit with spell attacks. You say 9? He hits.
I'm pretty sure.
Is he prone?
Yes, so he gets disadvantage. Alright, so he strikes just above you. Alright, your
Awesome.
move.
So he threw a firebolt at me?
Yeah.
Romulus, comes up, I guess, from his previously kneeling position, and he says, "Are you willing to talk about this?"
Sasha kind of has his hands up, in some kind of prepared stance, and he says, "What's there to talk about?"
The fact that I didn't kill your brother. Necessarily.
Necessarily? Are you or are you not a Burning Wake orc?
I was. Not
So you-
anymore.
You were there when my brother was killed,
I don't remember him by name.
but you took his circlet.
In my previous state of mind, I saw a shiny thing, and I took it.
The magic. It's your articulation, the circlet. It did all that, didn't it?
It did, yes. I was nothing before I found this, but I did nothing to get either.
He seems conflicted.
And I promise you, if it were an option, I would give this back to you. But the moment I take this off, I don't know what I will do to get it back.
Give me a reason to let you keep it.
I'm doing my best to stop people kill children. Because they are going to hurt many people. I consider this my way of reconciling with life.
Kind of very slowly starts to lower his hands. So you're hunting down the orcs that used to be your clan.
Yes, with the knowledge of the circlet, I can't think of anything else to do. I see the way that they treat others themselves. I see it all. I'm disgusted that I was ever a part of it.
He's very conflicted. He's having an internal struggle. You can see it across his face.
Tell me about your brother. Tell me, what did he want in life the most, more than anything?
Tula.
To live.
Tula was a soldier. He was a mage for the king. He's the only one of the three of us who pursued that route. and he died defending Owenwold the best he could.
That old me died attacking us. I guess you could say we traded places. Sort. I'm not saying I'm your brother, but I'm saying I'm trying to carry on the legacy held. This circlet speaks to me, in a sense.
You keep rather uncouth company.
They're the only company that would have me.
I suppose I could see the wisdom in that. And they're dedicated to fighting the Burning Wake as well.
They're dedicated to fighting the things that would harm this place, yes. Anything that would dare to destroy their home.
All right. I have no reason not to believe you. And I did not expect to have a conversation. And he looks around as the wind blows. Especially not here. I'll let you go. You can retain my brother's circlet, perhaps put it to some use. But you should know that my elder brother and I can track that circlet wherever it goes. If we find out you've been misusing your gifts, we'll put a stop to it.
What's your opinion on racists? No.
You don't happen to have a lanyard, do you?
Is he wearing a lanyard? No.
You can't say. He's got the jacket on.
Dang.
Yeah, he could. I think if you were carrying a lanyard, he would have killed you by now. Or at least tried.
I couldn't bring it myself to harm someone who didn't deserve it using the power so wonderfully granted to me.
Well, we'll see. And he completely kind of relaxes. He just looks around. And he says, I'm not a warrior myself. This is really my first fight outside of a practice.
Well, you did certainly a number on my friend.
Yeah, well, I probably need to work on it a bit. But, trust me, I have friends.
Any healing spells?
Don't heal spells didn't exist.
He walks over to the edge of the rooftop, and he says, if I could help you fight the Burning Wake, I would, but I have to return to the university.
What is more important than stopping the end of the world?
You're not there.
Oh, man. Just a quick question.
Good luck. I didn't catch your name, Orc.
The name I choose to go by is Romulus.
I see.
Thank you.
He looks down and he claps his hands again, and Misty steps down to the cobblestone street, and takes one last look up at the orc on the roof, nods, and then just kind of walks away.
Dramatically, on the rooftop scene with the wind blowing through his mind's hair, Romulus looks down and nods at the place where Sasha used to.
And then a gust of wind knocks your circlet off. And it was all for naught. No.
Romulus smash.
So eventually Romulus will regroup with the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Huh.
Sorry about the inconvenience.
Looks like I owe you 3 silver, Oswald. I could have swore he was gonna die.
I know, right? He's so easy to hit.
What? Listen, the Burning Wake don't exactly wear a lot of armor. I mean, they're naked half the time.
I mean, yeah, but you're just not very tough. Let's go. Like running and making jabs at Romulus, and they all hit because
Because he has 9
Because
AC.
you're saying them in Orcish.
To the boat.
Alright, you guys head to the wharf. The docks are crawling with guards. They seem to be inspecting boats.
It'll be easy to outrun them if they're crawling.
And they're questioning ship owners.
Can we see the one we're supposed to be looking for, the one we're riding on?
Well, make a perception check.
The Randy Dragon or something like that?
The lanky
The
dragon.
lanky dragon.
Lanky Dragon.
The
I don't
ranky
know.
dragon.
I don't know.
The. Oh, dang it. Can't
Yes,
remember
Caddy,
the-
you can see it.
Oh, cool. And are there very many guards near it?
There's one who's talking to one of the people on the ship, an older-looking man. There are 3 men. 2 are young, possibly teenagers, and then one older man is talking to one of the guards.
How far away is it from us?
Probably 50, 60 feet away.
Okay, and is there like what I want to do is I'm going to remember that I have minor illusion, and I want to make the sound of someone being like the sound of guards fighting on a ship closer to us, but farther away from the lanky dragon,
Okay.
like on this side, and then our ship is that way.
Okay.
And like people yelling like I found them kind of noises.
Okay. The guard's like, and he rushes to the other boat.
I'm gonna be like, come on. And I'm gonna run towards the lanky dragon.
Alright, are you guys just gonna beeline for the lanky dragon, or are you gonna, like, do your disguise?
I'm gonna do lots of weaving,
Okay.
but I'm small, so
Oswald will once again, as he's done multiple times, just reach up, pull away the second layer of skin to basically turn himself into Sam Riegel inside of a sailor's costume.
Romulus
alright.
does something very similar, mimicking every hand motion, but not actually pulling away skin or anything. And he doesn't say the same words, but he changes too, because he learned disguise himself.
What does he change into? Sam Riegel as a sailor.
Yeah, it's
Twinsies!
twins. No, appealing more to his physique, if we're going for actor comparisons, let's go for Vin Diesel.
Oh, as a sailor?
But as a sailor, like the white blue striped uniform with
Yep.
that.
Yeah,
I'm in the exact same thing.
and then you turn to the rest of the party and you're like, we're family.
Miss Caddy, how do you ever know who you're traveling with? This is getting ridiculous.
I mean I'm already bobbing and weaving. The answer is Caddy doesn't.
She still thinks you're a backbone.
Oswald will
Romulus,
call back to Bo and say, come on, we live our life a quarter mile at a time.
we have to get on the boat. Says Romulus.
Have I reached the lanky dragon?
Yes.
I could do that in 6 seconds. Yeah.
Sure.
And well, SQ can more than do that. Can I go ahead and just hand the guy the money for all of us to ride? Like no words, just be like, here. how
Well,
much?
you don't. Oh, you just like hold out a sack of coin.
No. I'm like, how much for for a passage for 4?
And he looks around and he's like, to where exactly?
To the Recluse.
Oh, to the Recluse.
The wharf master said you go twice a day, so where else really?
Well, since it's on my way, I'll give you a discount, but it is going to be, it's not cheap. But he looks into your coin purse. He's like, I think you can muster it. You said you're
Wow,
4?
rude. Are you scoping out my coin purse?
It's gonna inflate its prices.
Yes, 4 people. And a boar.
Wait a minute.
Look, don't worry. Look, don't worry about it. We're clearly not those 4 people. Look at my companions. They're apparently the guards are looking for an orc.
I am not an orc.
And these are 2 human.
Yeah,
So,
they're looking for a kid riding a board, but you're very clearly a gnome. I don't know why anyone would get that confused. So obviously you're not there. But this Northman-looking feller.
yeah, well.
Are you a racist too? I'm a southerner.
You don't look like Southern. You don't got a Southern accent.
Yeah.
I have grown past my backwards ways from.
Okay, all right.
Shut up.
Calm down. All right. That aside, there are plenty of Northmen in the world here. Can we please pay you?
You know what? That sounds utterly reasonable.
All right. How much?
Well, I usually charge 3 gold a head.
And you were going to
For
discount on the way.
that is discounted from the normal fare, but for your
All right.
for
that's
your
not for you.
for your hog, I'll just do 1 gold.
All right. So 13.
Yeah, and we got to get a move on. They're saying some kind of hurricane coming in from the north is headed for the bay. I want to get out of here before them cold winds come through.
All right. I'll hand him a plat and 3 gold.
All right. Well, come on aboard. We're getting out of here.
There we go.
We're casting off, boys. Find these people a nice place to settle down.
Yeah, hopefully it's somewhere with room service.
I'm Gillian, by the way. I didn't catch your name.
My name's Caddy Wampus. At least to the folks who aren't familiar with gnomish naming conventions.
Burt Reynolds.
Don't get her started on gnomish naming conventions, please.
What? Sounds like a normal name to me. Pretty short though. You only have 2.
Well, nah, that's just the names I use. My full name is Caddy Wampus Gator Hush, but that can be a bit of a mouthful.
Well, I understand. I do a lot of business with your kind over at the Recluse, so I know all about your interesting names there.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate a man of culture.
Do pride myself on that. Do you know hyperbole?
You know what? I heard that there was a magic using gnome wandering around, but I believe it was pronounced hyperbole.
Oh, well, hyperbole is a farmer who sells me his grain, so I don't know about no magic.
Yeah, it's probably just a far-fetched story anyways, right?
You are ruining the setup for my next guest character, Jake, and knock it off.
No, it's even better because now people will be like, "Oh, you're hyperbole, the farmer," and you're like, "No, it's hyperbole."
How does the farmer have a better reputation than the actual adventurer? Anyway, sorry, derailing.
Yeah,
His cabbages.
Hyperbole's got 2 sons, Bale and Flop.
Yeah, those
Make the names.
short though. They're still young.
Oh, yeah. Young lads they are. Younger than my boys here. Alright, let's get cast off. I want to do 1 run back to Stelhelm before that hurricane rolls through.
Hurricane, man. That can't be good.
Yeah, they
No,
say
no.
a chunk of ice is floating south.
Oh boy.
Yeah, y'all suppose that's our thing? Actually, chunk of ice, yeah, that's our thing. Don't worry, sir. We'll handle it.
You will? What? How will you handle it?
It is a chunk of ice created by magical means, and we're gonna handle those magical means. Don't worry about the particulars because we don't know them yet.
Well, you're a bunch of curious fellers, aren't you?
We are very strong.
All right, his sons cast off, and they get to going, and they're rowing out until they catch the wind, and they pull down the sail. Should be
Cool.
there before midday.
And I'm gonna cast Goodberry twice and I'm gonna cast Goodberry and like just eat all 10. And I'm gonna cast it again and give them to Oswald.
You mean Burt Reynolds, right?
Oh yeah, Bert. Well, I'm not saying Oswald.
Yeah.
I'll be like, here, Bert.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh,
He's
don't,
gonna.
don't make that noise. Hate that.
Burt Reynolds, I heard that name. Ain't that one of the actors over in the minstrel that do the plays?
Spectacular mustache on that one.
You have heard of me. That's great. Do you want an autograph? I can sign an autograph.
Sure. I heard you died though.
Well, much like a lot of the hearsay that you hear from rumors, that's just hogwash. It is hogwash, I tell you.
Sure. Well,
Conspiracy theories.
Is it Balderdash?
Hogwash?
Hogwash is one of the names
Hogwash
I
is
had
a
written
lovely-
down.
Yeah, Hogwash is a lovely nephew of mine.
I'm writing that down.
Hogwash,
Well-
son of Balderdash.
Not Balderdash. Balderdash
Oh.
is a recluse illusionist.
Oh, okay.
Is he the son of Parabol?
Writing that down.
Anyways,
Yeah.
here's your
His
autograph.
brother.
Oh, well, much obliged. All
And
right.
he's gonna write to my adoring fan, Gillian. Stay classy, Burt Reynolds.
Make sure you put the date on there. So that if he shows it to anyone, they freaked out.
All right. Well, this is going to be a 3-hour tour, so let's get a move on.
Get out.
All right.
Why do we have so much luggage for a 3-hour boat ride?
I wouldn't ask too much questions. All right. So you guys made it out still home without getting arrested. You only had to murder some guards in a night.
And fight some magical dude.
Right. Yeah.
Only had to nearly die multiple times. That's cool.
No, that was just you.
Wait. Ooh.
Oh.
Facts. So-
Interesting thing. So you have to recast this guy's self every hour, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, because
You don't.
assuming for the first hour, I'm using it. Oh boy,
Do you have no spell slots?
I only have one more spell slot.
Oh, once you reach shore. Okay.
Well, no, yeah,
Didn't cast that many spells today.
I've cast 2 of my 3 second level spells. I guess I could use a 3rd level. Yeah.
Disguise self is a first level spell.
Oh, it is? Oh my gosh.
Recky Becky. All right, guys.
You're thinking of alter self.
Yeah.
As you guys, according to Gillian, you guys should be approaching land, and as in the distance you see that the shore is covered in a thick mist. And he's like, "That's unusual. It's nearly midday." And he looks up and he's like, "There ain't even that many clouds in the sky. What's going on?" Were you guys, hey, Catty Wampus? You mentioned something about some magic hooey? Oh, sorry. Don't mean to offend you. I meant, magic, going-ons?
Yeah, some like that, but I don't know anything about this in particular.
Oh, it seems to go from, seems to just be localized in this one area. We can go around. but it's
Is
covering
that-
the dock I usually make port at.
Is that area the one that like would cover the town we're headed to? The village.
The village, where Bogger and Balderdash are from is inland.
Okay.
This village is well, there are a lot of loggers, and then some farmers bring their goods in here. It's completely covered up by this here mist.
I don't rightly have any idea. Is there anywhere other place to make port?
Well, I can bring us up alongside the shore, and you guys can get a little wet and get on. But you know, I dang good, and I gotta pick up some merchandise to take back to Stelholm. This is the port I use. I don't really know.
Well,
I don't really know any other.
let us go in and investigate. We'll do some trudging through the water. Y'all,
All right, steer us to port. Let's bring us close to shore, close enough where these fine folk can get out. And then with the oars, we'll spin us around so we can try to get to port if everything's going okay. All right. So he basically skirts along the edge of this thick mist, and brings you up to the shore. And yeah, you guys are gonna have to wade, probably, chest deep on a human. So Caddy
swim.
swims, and so does Askew. And you guys trudge your way to the shore. This part of the Recluse it doesn't really have like that much beach, so maybe like 10 feet of sand, and it's covered in like debris and pieces of wood. Because this is like wooded hills, so it's, you're basically up against a craggy rock face. It's not very high, maybe 5 feet, so it's just like it's just kind of, the terrain is uneven. And to your northeast is the village.
All right. Let's head in. Unless anyone else has any better idea.
We're gonna have to go through here anyway to follow the roads back to your uncle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you head into the mist, it becomes obvious that the normal sounds you expect to hear from a shoreside village at midday are all but absent. As you reach the first set of buildings, they appear unoccupied.
Are there any like tracks in the ground or signs of a disturbance, stuff like that?
Make a survival check.
All right. I'm good at that, you guys.
How's that?
Yay!
Well, I'm not great at that, but I'm good at it.
All right.
Pretty great.
You see a large number of human and gnome footprints moving at hurried paces out of town and into the hills. You also spot a pair of larger feet that seem to have followed it at a casual pace, and then turned around and gone back deeper into the village.
How much larger?
Twice the size of a man's. So it could be a basketball player.
I just, whenever I leveled up, I included orcs as a new favorite enemy, so I was just wondering if it was that I would recognize it.
I don't think they are orcs, no.
You don't think?
I'm checking. No, they're not orcs.
Okay.
Alright, so no, they're not orcs.
Or rather, they're not any of my favorite enemies.
What are
that
your
I-
favorite enemies?
Humans, kobold, orcs, and elves.
Correct.
Um. So yeah, he headed back into town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like gesture people over and point, and I'm like, I think this is gonna be whoever did this, because it seems to be like the only person who's still in town.
Doesn't it make more sense that this person was helping people escape and then keeps going back for more?
No, these are like calm footprints. These aren't running around carrying people footprints. These are walking out to the edge of town to watch your fleeing victims type footprints.
Oh, just if I was fleeing town, I would try to do it in an orderly fashion. That way, people don't cause too many tracks when they're rushing.
Yeah, well, you know, this is a small village, and I'm sorry they were not organized enough for you while they're trying not to get murdered, but that's just the way it is.
All right, just making sure that we're not presuming too many things. I think we've done enough of that today.
Have we? Yeah, we did kind of just assume you were right about the child murderer, and then we ended up.
That was yesterday. That was yesterday.
All right,
I meant today
all right.
specifically.
I'm just saying nobody ever seemed to know what we were talking about on that one. So, yeah, and I want to start following these tracks back into town.
Okay. Is the whole party going with her?
Yeah.
All right. As you get to the next group of buildings, it's a much more grisly sight. Peasants, gnome human alike, appear to have been butchered in the streets. About a dozen of them lay scattered about, and you peer into the buildings, and some of them fled into their homes, and their doors were kicked in and killed. The doors were not killed, they were killed. The doors were already dead. That's why they're doors.
I mean, it could have been a mimic door.
Are you guys moving stealthily, or are you just kind of truncing along?
I'm gonna move stealthily and slightly ahead.
Okay. Let's do a group stealth check.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Not great.
Nat
9.
20.
Nat 20.
Alright, you all passed. Okay. You hear around a building what appears to be two creatures having a conversation. Does anyone speak giant?
Give me 1 sec.
Wait.
Oh, where is that's languages are on your first page, aren't they? Yeah.
They're under background.
Ooh.
The background tab.
Oh no, I don't.
How long does it take to cast a ritual?
10 minutes?
Okay,
Plus the initial casting.
Okay.
Then no.
So, you hear Burgor Oristor Kinknar. And then another voice goes Barnink Horka Youngvir Wonai Orkask.
It sounds like they're not speaking Eastman.
What did he just say about my mother?
So those.
Kat, I think you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, my dog was barking. They're around a corner.
Yeah, they're on the yeah. You're basically like you're coming up to a building. You're on the let's say you're on the left side of the building, or the building's to your right. They're around the corner in front of the building.
Okay. I didn't. Did any of y'all catch what that was?
And then you start to hear what sounds like a barrel being rolled. And then it stops.
Roll out the barrel.
And then there's wood creaking. And then
I
Korunkustor.
I don't understand. Any of y'all got clever ideas other than 10-minute rituals?
Well, it did sound like they said something about a one-eyed, but didn't kick much past that. We can either avoid them or, scope them out, stealth-like.
Bogger, history check, please.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, it's better than a 2.
Maybe.
It's better than a 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than 2. Name doesn't ring a bell.
So, do we just want to... Are we trying to kill everything here? Are we trying to rescue people? What's the plan?
Well, I feel like we need to get... Originally, I was set out to just get rid of the mist for our kind ferrymen. Now I'm a little more concerned about the fact that there's a manslaughter that's much more serious than kobolds going on real close to home. So we probably need to kill people, but also get answers.
Okay.
If we could incapacitate one and tie him up, and then also try to find some way to understand and or speak with them, that would be good.
Well, if you're willing to wait 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, but like, if we can handle these men or whatever, and then capture someone to answer some questions. But for now, I think we probably need them rightly, and by that I mean kill them. I'm saying we should kill them.
Were you saying end them rightly? Because you started to go robotic.
Yeah, end them rightly. Thanks.
That works as well.
All right.
Cool.
As you guys are talking in hushed tones, you now hear what sounds like a cart being moved. Rather creaky wheels. It's definitely
moving towards us,
weighted, and it is moving away from you.
Okay. Can I peek around the corner?
Yep.
Crawl up.
All right. You see a wagon that has a pair of barrels, and in the front of the wagon, in front of the bed of the wagon, has baskets filled with bread and dried meats, and it is being pulled by an 8-foot-tall, incredibly broad-shouldered and muscular creature, and there is a similar one beside him, walking alongside. They both have bone-white skin, and they're wearing dark brown leathers. And one of them, the one not carrying the cart, he has a big, vicious-looking battle axe in one hand, kind of idly on his to his side, and on his back he has basically a quiver with 3 spears inside of it, short spears, probably javelins. The other guy has his javelins on his back, and his battle axe is laid in the driver's seat that he's not using, because this is a horse-drawn cart, and he's just pulling it.
Pulling it, yeah. I'm gonna gesture Bogger over. I'm assuming by now we've traveled for days. We probably know his name.
I don't know. No,
We haven't talked about it, so.
It has not come up in conversation.
Nope.
So I'm gonna gesture him over and be like, "You with the sword," and be like, "Are those the frost giants you were worried about?"
No. But you do know what they are.
Start with an O.
The frost giants are fearsome, but they are few. To bolster their ranks, they have individual, groups of frost giants have basically small to large armies of half ogres. And these particular half ogres are very accustomed to the tundra of the north, and these are them.
So for Bogger's purpose, close enough. Because it means the frost giants are somewhere near around as well.
6 of one, 50% of a dozen of another.
All right. Well,
Also bad.
yeah, I assumed that. Thanks to the maiming an entire village. I think we need.
Yeah, and to that end, the guy holding the axe, it's still dripping with blood.
We should kill them.
We are not necessarily super ready for combat, and we need to move. I agree they're bad, but it seems like they're just pillaging for supplies for a much larger army that is going to be coming for us very soon, and I would rather make sure we're ready for that bit.
That seems far too logical and reasonable.
I have an idea that could take care of them and also get us someone to interrogate.
Uh-huh.
I could ask him to knock out his friend, and then we just have to worry about one of them.
That's... And you think he just will?
I can be pretty persuasive.
I mean, that's... It just isn't the most reasonable course of action someone might be suggested to do, but... If you think... But what if you fail to persuade them? Then
Well,
not only we have two, but we have two that we've kind of made enemies of.
And also, there's no guarantee that they're going to understand. Your powers of persuasion might be useless here. They're dumb.
well, that's all the better for me. The dumber they are, the easier it is for me to influence them. And he's going close. I'm talking about magically.
Yeah, but also I'm a little concerned they won't be able to understand you because they were speaking giant and you speak Eastman. Or they were speaking something we don't know and you speak Eastman.
Speaking giant is a fair extrapolation given the circumstances.
Yeah.
From what Bogger knows, do the frost giants speak Northman?
They frost giants often the yes and no. About half and half. Half the frost giants speak Northman, half don't care and just kill you.
But these things probably won't.
No, it's probably not in the realm. It's probably unlikely that the peons of the army speak the enemy's language.
Zug zug.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 sec to consult something.
I did check suggestion, and it does require they be able to understand you.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says they
Oh,
hear
and
and
understand you.
understand you. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Well, guess we'll just let them abscond with all their ill-gotten goods and just go about our day then.
Well, I don't know about go about our day. Prepare to put an end to this ungodly war probably is a better statement there.
And if anything, we can send reinforcements back here later.
Yeah, I don't know about reinforcements. We're kind of it. Well, there's Vaclo.
And once we deal with the kobolds, myself and our troops can head back here.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right. As you guys are talking, and these guys are getting further away, you kind of feel rather regular, slight ground tremors, and then you see over the top of some of the buildings a man's head, a rather large man's head, as he's kind of looking about, and then he one particular tall building he disappears behind.
Hey, Caddy.
Uh-huh.
That's a giant.
Oh no. I hate the idea of that. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace. Do you want me to
I believe you.
send that over?
Go ahead. Yeah.
You believe me?
Yeah.
So, over the party.
Okay. That gives you plus 10 stealth. Is that the spell? Yep.
Yeah. Plus 10 to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
You thinking about doing some reconnaissance?
I'm thinking about getting us out of here.
Oh, okay.
I do not want to be tracked, but I also don't want to be seen by a guy who can look over buildings. So I'm going to, gesture people along, we need to move.
So you're exfiltrating?
Yeah, so everyone should have a plus 10 bonus to stealth as we try and stealthily move out of town towards the village that we're supposed to be headed to.
Okay. So you head back to the to Gillian?
What?
Are you heading back to Gillian, or are you just saying screw that and you're going deeper inland?
Yeah, I'm heading deeper inland. Things are not looking good for hometown.
Okay. It quickly becomes clear that the mist that obscured your vision seems to be localized maybe a half mile around the village.
Mm-hmm.
Frost giants, man.
Yep, we're not really equipped to fight them, so can we sneak through the mist without being seen by the frost?
Oh no! At this point, you're gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're,
Cool.
you're well and truly away from the area.
Cool.
Oh, I wanted to fail my stealth check miserably.
And get stepped on.
Even with a plus 10.
Even with a plus 10.
Accidentally fall and then yell and then scream out, "Oh gosh darn it, I've just given away the fact that I am located next to the village at the town on the north side."
Oh, I've rolled my ankle right here next to the church. I hope the frost giant doesn't see me and come investigate further.
This is a whole different kind of roleplay I did not want to get involved in.
I'm helpless.
Yoo-hoo!
No.
Yeah,
I'm just going to mute myself now.
Good, somebody needed to.
So, Caddy, to get to your home village from here is probably, give or take, a 3-hour walk.
Okay. Let's walk quickly and quietly and perceptively.
Perceptively?
Yes, meaning I want to be alert to danger, my boy.
Alright. Well, if you're just alert to danger, you can use your passive.
Yep.
Um...
Which is not a good idea, but still.
I mean, you guys got Oswald. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour into your journey, you come upon one of the villages of the Recluse. There seems to be some activity, which is, immediately refreshing since the last village.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of activity?
Well, as you approach it, it appears to be just people going about the day. However, you see along the dirt paths that make up the, for lack of a better term, roads that lead in and out of the village. There are basically at every entry point into the village. Granted, it's not like it's walled, so pretty much anywhere that isn't a building is an entry point. But any path leading into the village, human and gnome militiamen, and they're very clearly militiamen. They're very haphazardly armed. Some of them are wielding pitchforks and scythes and hoes, makeshift helmets. Some are more prepared than others, but they all seem to be on watch.
All right. Can I cast minor illusion to create a voice kind of in the middle of town? Like, there's a frost giant in that village over with the port. We need you to evacuate in a...
Well, you have to make your way there.
Yeah, but I want to head that way to to do that thing.
All right. Well, as you guys are heading into the village, standing on a crate, this gnome who's using a farming flail, he kind of thrusts it forward. And he's like, "Who goes there?"
Howdy, I'm Cattywampus Gatorhush. I grew up nearby to here. Haven't been back in goodness, a long while. But I'm here to pass on a message of danger and a warning.
Oh, we already know about the danger. All of the Recluse is on alert.
Because of the giants?
Giants? He almost drops his flail.
Yeah, no, I assumed you meant the kobolds, which I've been kindly asked to come help y'all with. But no, we just passed through the nearby village, and it was absolutely ransacked, and we saw a frost giant and some half ogres.
Come on, you've got to meet the alderman. He turns around and then he pole vaults on the flail and lands and then tucks it under his arm. He's like, "Come on!"
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna run along with him.
All right, he takes you towards the center of town, and he's rushing, and you guys are trying to keep pace. And he darts into one of the buildings, and as you guys come up to it, a human comes out, and he's wearing a fur jacket, and other than that, he doesn't seem distinguished in any way. But he does have a piece of jewelry, just a kind of like a brass necklace with a bit of silver garnish on it. That's sort of, it's a status symbol of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an older man, later in years, human, completely bald, no facial hair, but he stands completely back straight, and he's like, "I'm the alderman of this village.
Yes, hello.
My good friend here tells me you have seen giants in the Recluse."
Has Bogger had any interaction with any officials in this village based on backstory?
Not on this
No?
village.
Okay. Then I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Hello, yes, I'm Cattywampus Gatorhush of the Grey Banner, flash pin. We were requested to come out here and handle the kobold situation, and on our travels we docked at a village that had been absolutely ransacked by a frost giant and his ilk, as far as we can tell. And we did see the giant there. There was a great mist pervading the whole area. I assume that's probably on account of the frost giant, so it's a good warning sign. I would recommend you evacuate further away from said village, so probably to the west.
To the marshes? That's where the damn kobolds are coming out. Come on, let's get off the street. Come into my home.
Yeah, we're kind of trapped between a cold and a wet place.
So he ushers you
I'll go
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a long table with benches and a chair that he immediately sits in. And his wife comes in the room and he's like, "Bring us some ale from the cellar." And she says, "Oh, of course." And she heads into the back room. And he's like, sit down. This is very troubling. Yeah, we've got scores of kobolds coming in from the marshes, and now you're telling me to the east, on our shores, we have frost giants.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
He just kind of hangs his head like, holy crap.
But it's alright, because we are going to do what we can to assist you here. We just need to find a way to keep your people safe.
I'm open to suggestions. You're a Grey Banner. This is your thing. You kill giants. I remember there was a Grey Banner. His name was Sansbury, Dwarf Sansbury. He was here last season, and he killed a sea giant with his retinue.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that's one sea giant. I don't necessarily have a full enough retinue to handle an army of half ogres, which is what is implied by their presence here, especially since they were gathering supplies from the village that we were in. We're waiting on the ability to gather forces for that sort of thing.
Why on earth would frost giants come this far south? And to the Recluse of all places, we're not exactly wealthy.
They're
Passing through.
Yeah, is probably the best way to word that.
Where are they going?
Oh, geez, I guess we can't head west. They're headed towards the marshes.
The marshes. Well, then that's simple. If we see them coming, we'll simply abandon our village, let them take whatever they want, and they'll be on their way to the marshes.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is I just wanted y'all to be aware that they're on the way, and for y'all to, like, the mists and stuff, if that's coming, you just hightail it, and then stay safe and alive, preferably, and then it'll all be good. We'll handle the rest.
So you'll be staying in the village then?
No, we're not staying here. We have to move on to handle the bigger issue of, I told you, we're not prepared to fight an army. There's a way to end this whole sort of thing, but that's why we're heading westward.
I see.
You should head north.
North? Okay. Many villages have not fled as of yet. The kobold threat is still miles to the west, and but they have been increasing in number. Just some people have sailed south to the farmland in the regions around the town of Hilby, but many of us want to protect our homes.
Well, yeah, I agree.
But against a giant.
Head north. Send your fastest runners to each village along the way. Spread word.
All right. And as you say that, his wife comes in with Tankard's veil, and she lays it out, and he takes his and just takes a huge drink, and he's like, "Okay, yes, we'll start preparations immediately. Is there anything you need, Grey Banners, on your way to face the kobolds?"
What time of day is it?
You guys walked for I said what?
3 hours.
No, 3 hours to get to her village. This isn't her village. This is
okay.
So it's probably been it's just about noon. We'll go with.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing I can think of. Y'all got any dying requests?
Dying requests?
Romulus downs his ale and then says, "Another one of these."
Well, here, have mine. We just gotta go soon.
Take as many provisions as you can with you. Don't leave them for the enemy.
There we go. That's a good one.
Right. Yes, that makes sense.
Leave your valuables. That will slow them down.
Okay. It would be difficult, but it's better than falling to the whims of a frost giant.
Indeed. Go.
Yes, of course. And he gets up and he's like, I shall march to the town. And then he heads out.
All right. And off we are.
Okay. So you guys head out of the village. And you once again start making your way towards Caddy's hometown. However,
where we can finally deal with the fence gate.
Yes, exactly.
Finally.
I knew it was gonna be the fence posts Balderdash is such a liar.
However, 2 hills over, you catch sight of a dark cloud moving across the land side. It appears
Which direction?
straight for the village you just left.
Mm.
A group of some storm kobolds are making haste towards the village.
This far in?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Well, boys, I guess we're gonna fight some dragons.
Alright. Bringing your weapons to arm, you turn and you head off to confront the kobolds. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call it a session, y'all.
Very good.
So, thanks everybody for joining us.
Yay.
Now, before I let you guys all go, I do want to tell my viewers about next weekend. I'm sure many of people know next weekend is Extra Life. The official Extra Life Day is this coming Saturday, November 3rd, I believe. Or 3rd, if you're feeling particularly foolish. And my group I play Arma with, we're the platoon. For the past 4 or 5 years, we've been doing Extra Life every year. And so I will be streaming for the large bulk of the day. It's going to be a 25-hour streaming event raising money for children's hospitals. My wife and I will be raising money specifically for our local community. But it's an international group. We have a guy from the UK, we have a guy from Germany who'll be playing with us, and a few more Americans like myself. So if you guys want to tune in, we have a long list of games we'll be playing. There will be some times where I'm going to sneak in some Thronebreaker when I'm off on my own. So if you were here for Tuesday's stream and you want to see me continue that, I can't give you a time frame when I'll be playing that, unfortunately. However, probably actually, I can tell you when I'll be doing a 3-hour stretch of Thronebreaker for sure, between the hours of 10 and 1. I'll be playing Thronebreakers between 10 and 1. Maybe a little before 1 I might stop. I might stop around noon 30, and that's Central Time for those of you. So between 10 and 12:30 to 1, I'll be playing Thronebreaker. So if you really enjoyed the Tuesday stream and you want to see what's going on with that game, that's when I'll for sure play it, and I might play it later on throughout the day. But for the most part, we'll be playing 25 hours because that's daylight savings in the U.S. if your state follows that. And we'll be playing a lot of games, and we're gonna be raising money for charity. Last year we raised over $1,000, so it's gonna be a good old time. So come hang out. You don't have to donate, but if you do, you'll be a hero. And so yeah, that's gonna be next Saturday. And as always, Dire Roll will be back next Sunday. Vaclo is anticipated to return. It all depends on his flight and all that. So stay tuned. And thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And I hope to see y'all next week. And I hope to see you guys during the Extra Life stream. And even if you can just come in for an hour or two and hang out and help me stay awake, especially as the day drags on, that'd be great. And just to give you a taste, obviously we'll be playing Arma 3 because we're an Arma 3 group. And then we're going to be playing Witch It, Golf with Your Friends, Vermintide, Siege, the new Insurgency Sandstorm, games like that. So if that's up your alley, go ahead and tune in. And yeah, so everybody, good night. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
More.